That's why I'm seeing if you have.
All right. I'm just gonna, for the sake of the recording here, hello everyone watching from home. I'm gonna go ahead and read over the message of the day here. So the epilogue. The days after the Battle of Leilon were both celebratory and somber. Leilon was saved, but many of its defenders were lost. The town was rebuilt once and would be again. While the structures were mostly left untouched, the scars that remained will be felt for years. The praises of the folk band were sung loudly, even by those still mourning their kin. The Icespire Orcs were welcomed into Leilon like family, their long march through the night bringing them just in time to delay the army of undead. The settlers of Conyberry too were welcomed, and while a few were there to see their dual nature, those who saw have allowed them to keep their secret. The Ironrune Dwarves were already welcome, but their involvement was neither unnoticed nor unappreciated. Sir Aleekik and the Knights of the Order were reluctant to stay, their trust having been eroded, but at Zwasos' urging, they too enjoyed a bit of Dagult's hospitality, Sir Aleekik even agreeing to join them at the Gala, while the rest headed back to Starmount to report their victory and the demise of Blix. The Silver Serpents managed a small share of the praise. Ships bearing contraband supplies arrived in the days after, providing much-needed food, building supplies, and hardworking sailors intent on rebuilding not just the town, but their own lives as well. Luna, Dobin, and Jabarl decided to join the guardsmen of Leilon under the new sergeant, Silene Wintermoon, though Brackus decided to hang up his sword and try fishing for a time. Stories have already carried far of the bravery and resourcefulness of the group that fought off two armies. While legends of God made flesh graced those tales, most know a bit of embellishment when they hear it. The cleanup took a few days. Bodies, some rotting and some fresh, were carried away from the eastern fields and burned as to never allow them to rise again. Lauren's body especially was sought, found, and turned to ash, lest his god bring him back for revenge. Blix's body too was recovered, as was Faralai's from the Leilon Sound. The ship of bones was dismantled and its wood and metal used in the rebuilding effort, and the bones laid to their final rest. Talavar's tower still stands, but it's no longer 4 stories in height, the top floor decidedly not being rebuilt. Instead, the staircase now leads to an open deck from which the guards watch over the town. While it's only been 10 days since the battle ended, for most it feels like a lifetime. Few know of the existence of the ruined stone, and fewer still know of its fate. The young thief who made off with it having deftly evaded all attempts to find her. Gallio too escaped, though Haziorum was not so lucky. He was tracked down just north of Phandalin, headed east, saddlebags full of valuables pilfered from the tower in the chaos. He now rests comfortably in the dungeons of Neverwinter, complaining loudly to any that will listen that he was framed. Lord Neverember has promised much to those who fought for the lives and homes of his people, but none so much as the folk band. A gala in their honor is tonight. Many noblemen and noblewomen made the trek from as far south as Waterdeep and as far east as Silverymoon. Most come at Dagult's behest, but some come to see if the tales of the animal folk are true, others to see if the heroes are interested in work, and a handful come to see if they can join them for the adventure. Such is now the life of this band of unlikely heroes, thrust together by fate and held together by the bonds of friendship. What awaits them next is unclear, but those who listen intently might just hear thunder in the distance, a rumbling of a storm that threatens to engulf all of Faerun. All right. So congratulations on the 4-part module being completed. That was awesome.
Woo, woo.
So I think we talked a little bit. I'm not gonna run a specific module, although it seems like there's one module in particular that I may be pulling from more than others. So this is going to be really kind of an open world. As such, I hope you'll bear with me as you decide to go places I didn't expect and have to quickly throw together probably names and maps and places and things like that. So the world truly is open to you. If you decide you want to head wherever you want to head, it is open to you. I will do my best not to railroad you into any specific things. And if you're in the middle of one thing and decide you don't like it, you want to go somewhere else, and we'll adjust from there. So you all, like I said in my note, it's been 10 days So if there's anything your characters, would have done in those 10 days, obviously, like the temple realized the bowl was missing, Varnock realized some of his spell components disappeared, but Dagult paid for all of that as a thank you for protecting the town. So we are going to start in Neverwinter. Dagult has agreed to put you all up in Castle Never, so you all have rooms in Castle Never, and tonight is the big gala in your honor. And before we get to the gala, is there anything you all would like to do while you're in Neverwinter? You pretty much have the day to look around, talk to people, do whatever.
Zwasos would want to go looking at the shops for magic items just because of his curiosity about that such a thing. He'd be shopping.
Okay. Yeah. So you've been to Neverwinter before. It's very similar. There are a few armor shops. There's a few weapons shops. There is one weapon shop that deals specifically in magical weapons, where you can find basically any +1 weapon you would desire, unless it's some type of a super rare type of item, in which case you might need to special order it. Thankfully, Neverwinter has a great relationship with the Axholm Forge, which can produce magical weapons. So with a little bit of lead time, they're typically able to create any regular +1 weapon that you might desire, although it might take some time if they don't have something in stock. The same is true of armor. If there's a specific armor that you would like, especially if it's made of metal, it can be produced if they don't have one in stock. As far as magical trinkets, things like that, there is, I forget the name of it, Mabel's Magical Mysteries or something like that. I forget what the exact name of it was, but there is a shop in town that does sell some magical items. So with that in mind, I suppose we can see what magical items might be found there. Let's see.
Are we doing one thing at a time?
We can, or you can.
Yeah, I mean,
other things.
Anybody can jump in with something they want to do.
The thing that it's related to shopping, but since this is a gala, I don't know whether Nyx would do it, but I feel like this is for me. So I'm gonna have Nyx do it. Like, get everybody's measurements and go get like really nice tailored clothes so that everybody can go to the gala fancy.
You're muted.
We do one of those montages where we be coming out of a dressing room with different clothes.
That's right.
Yes, that's exactly. That's like Eliza speaking, but I don't know whether Nyx would do that. I don't think Nyx cares, but I'm gonna have Nyx do it because I desperately want a shopping episode where we get to dress fancy and get all our.
I'm just imagining a camel in a tuxedo.
All I can think of is wearing a really fancy dress. Like one that has slits so you can still fight in it.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Like the typical warrior princess kind of
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Ma'am is super curmudgeonly about it the entire time.
Curmudgeonly?
It's unnecessary, Nyx. You don't gotta do, as you're taking her measurements, just oh no, come on.
But can you imagine Nyx coming out with the warrior princess? See it.
Is Salty not with us, or what's our narrative explanation for Salty?
Yep. So Salty, I think, is at the gala. He has gone as well. The Salty Six are in Neverwinter, but it's I think First Mate Denny was invited to the gala. I'm not sure if she's going to accept that invitation or not, but she is certainly invited. The other turtles didn't really want to go to the gala. They're not the dress up cut. They're not the dress up type. The other 3 NPCs that will be joining you at the gala would be Varnock, Master Zyla, and Sir Aleekik. They'll all be at the gala as well as everyone that was part of the folk band at some point. So Applause will be there, Logalus will be there. Venther,
Draz's getting out of prison one night.
yeah. Draz is not in prison.
Oh,
No, he
did he escape or did he
a
get
friend
released?
of his has connections with Lord Neverwinter, and he was let out quite a while ago. He didn't spend much time in that prison. But everyone is there. I forgot where I was going with that. But yes, yeah, everyone is there. The gala in their honor. When Zwasos goes to Mabel's Magical Mysteries, there are a few items on the shelf. Roll me a d10, Michael.
Throw a D10 in there.
Actually, roll a d20. Go ahead and roll a d20. Why not?
Whoops. Or how about 2 D10s since that's what we have already?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, because she's already got it. She's already got it selected and she doesn't know how to drop it without rolling it. Oh, boo.
Okay, so she currently has 7 magical items in stock, and they are a bag of beans, a scroll of animate objects, a potion of superior healing, a scroll of dominate beast, a potion of frost giant strength, a potion of stone giant strength.
Isn't frost better than stone? I can't remember.
Well, she's not gonna have 2 of those. How many did I roll here? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Or the bag of beans.
No. Wow.
But
A potion of gaseous form.
I knew it.
Wow. A necklace of fireballs. A fucking 98 out of 100. That's pretty good. I roll the same fucking number every time.
That's not 7 yet.
Well, I rolled doubles, but like 3 times.
Oh,
So
I
rather
see.
than have 3 potions of frost giant strength, I'm just rolling over. All right. So the available items are a scroll of banishing smite, a necklace of fireballs, a potion of gaseous form, a potion of frost giant strength, a potion of stone giant strength, a scroll of dominate beast. Oh, I think I rolled 8. Well, that's fine. A potion of superior healing and a scroll of animate objects and a bag of beans. I think I rolled way more than 7, but those were the items that you found.
Okay. I mean, I'd love the how much are they? Like, is it
Really expensive? Okay. Let's see. That's a big difference. How do I determine that?
well, real quick before I make you go looking up numbers, does the necklace of fireballs require attunement?
It does not.
Okay. And what's it do?
Well, so you asked Mabel about it, and it has a bunch of beads on it, and you can use an action to detach a bead, throw it up to 60 feet away, and when it reaches the end of its trajectory, the bead detonates in a 3rd level fireball. You can hurl multiple beads, or even the whole necklace as a single action. When you do so, you increase the level of the fireball by 1 for each bead the first.
I am most responsible here.
And how many beads on it?
Roll me a d6.
I'm 5 years older than you. What do you mean you're the most responsible?
Ooh.
There are 8 beads on this necklace.
Okay. And then they don't recharge or anything like that, I'm guessing.
It's a consumable.
Yep. I mean, that's hence the lack of attunement. How much is that?
That is an excellent question. Let's see. D50?
You're not fired.
How do I do that? How do I?
There was only one that connected the PS3.
Does anyone know the syntax for rolling in the chat? There's a certain syntax where you can actually like roll something.
What do you mean? Like type it?
There's some way to like roll. There's a way to like, if you type it in the chat, it'll. Roll 50. Rolling arbitrary dice. Advanced dice rolling options, dice roller, custom dice commands, that's the one. All right, sorry, bear with me. No. Nope, that's not happening. Hey, you move. You're in my way. Rolling arbitrary dice. Oh, okay. Is that it? Just nope. Oh, it's another thing.
Is it worth it just to roll 5d10s?
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
I mean, yeah, because I appreciate you wanting to give me the opportunity for it to roll a 1, but
yeah,
but that'd be pretty narratively unlikely, you know.
Okay.
Also,
so 3,700 gold for the necklace.
holy balls, Mahoney, on a King Tuesday. Is that more than I have?
No, is it? You've got a lot.
I did a bunch of. I noticed my encumbrance was messed up, so I'm sorry. I should have mentioned this to you, that one of the things that Zwasos would have wanted to do is exchange money.
That's fine. I'm fine with that. And
Yeah.
Unless things get ridiculous, I don't care about encumbrance.
Yeah. Yeah, I was at 141 pounds at my current encumbrance with a maximum of 15, or maximum of 150, that is. And so like I was like, what the shit? So I turned on my so I have.
Yeah, so you do. So that platinum is 10 gold. So you can have 4,100 platinum.
Well, I'm still kind of also. I mean, what about the scroll of the Banishing Smite?
Let's see. Oh, that has a wow. That's very specific. Apparently, that is 1,348 gold pieces
for a single use of a single spell
of a level 5 spell.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Oh, never mind.
In the interest of time, Nick, how much is that animate objects scroll?
That is okay. Also very specific. 2,289 gold pieces.
Okay. I think I'm going to hold off and save my money for now, but I'd like to let Mabel know that that there's a very real chance I might be coming back in the next day or so.
Yeah, she kind of gives you a little wink and says most of these high-end items stay here for a while, so it'll probably be here when you come back.
I would like to ask her though, assuming that she, has purview in the magical item realm. Or actually, Nick, let me ask you this. So Zwasos as a character has an interest in magic items. It's an aspect of him. So, but I don't want to meta too badly about being like, hey Nick, how do I rationalize that Zwasos is looking for this magic item that I, Michael, know what it is, but there's no way of knowing if he would know what it is.
Xbox button is the hard button.
Because if you want, I'll just drop it and hope to trip over it. I mean, like I'm perfectly fine doing that.
I mean, it depends what it is.
It's a Bloodwell vial.
It's a what?
A Bloodwell vial.
Bloodwell vial? I have no idea what that is.
It's a magic item specific to sorcerers.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, something like that, you can like just tell your DM, say that you're looking for something specific for sorcerers, and then or warlocks, whatever it is, and that maybe you'll come across it.
And I heard about it on Reddit. So and there was a big debate about the specific wording. Now it says that it can be used to raise the DC of your sorcerer spells, and also raise your spell attack modifier by 1. Now, do you interpret that as being that it raises my spell attack modifier by 1, or just the spell attack modifier of my sorcerer spells?
So it says, the description says, you can use the vial as a spellcasting focus for your spells while wearing or holding it, and you gain a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls and the saving throw DCs of your sorcerer spells.
Okay.
That's what it says.
Yeah, no, like there was somebody pointed out the wording that it was up in the air, but having you repeat it back to me now, I hear it. So it wouldn't apply to my Eldritch Blast and so on and so forth.
Correct. If they're warlock only spells,
yeah,
you can use a warlock spell slot to cast a sorcerer spell, and it would. But if the spell is not on the sorcerer's list, it would not apply the +1.
I mean, unless I have access to it through something like being a divine soul sorcerer.
Correct.
Because it says in the text that they count as sorcerer
it's a sorcerer spell for you.
Now, so I guess I mean I'm still interested in that item, but basically I'm interested in something that can raise my spell save DC. Now, I know that I think it's also Rod of the Pact Keeper, but that's a warlock only thing.
Yep.
So
I guess. Yep.
I guess
drawbacks of being a multi-class.
Yeah. So I guess Zwasos would be looking for something that could be used as a magical focus for whatever that might increase the efficacy of his spells.
Okay.
Narratively.
Do you not already have that?
It takes a while.
No. No, I don't. I hoped that I could convince you to let since I'm using the Sun Sword as a spellcasting focus, to let the +2 count to my spell attack rolls, but that was too much of a stretch even for me.
Correct. I see. Yep.
Yeah. So then, yeah, I'd be looking for something like that because I have an attunement slot now, but I don't have the Ring of Spell Story.
Yep. So I'm not going to give anything away at this point, but I will say that at some point you may or may not have an avenue to access higher level items. Depending on decisions you make and places you go.
Yeah, well, because I mean, I'm pretty sure that when we spoke about it before as a group, that we did agree that a trip to Waterdeep would be something that we'd be doing in the near future because Zwasos had voiced an interest to go visit Aubrey. So,
yeah,
and I'm pretty sure that everybody was on board. So we can worry about that later.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Anybody else? Things you want to do while you're in town before the gala?
I actually have a question I'd like to ask you before we get too far into stuff. So Twitchy's got a skill and a fighting style that both give him a +1 to his AC,
Okay.
but there's no way for me to change my AC to show that.
Which of the items or which of the things?
So the defense fighting style gives him a +1 to AC.
Okay.
And dual wielder. So long as he's got a melee weapon in both hands, he gets a +1 to AC.
And did you find your +1 breastplate?
Oh yeah, and I can't find a +1 breastplate. No.
Oh.
None of the armor has a +1 option.
It's probably one of those things where it doesn't. Let's see.
Did you try searching for just +1?
No, I didn't. But
Give that a shot.
I scrolled
There you
through.
There you go.
He's
Yay!
It's in the Dungeon
Let's hear your
Master's
quick back.
Guide, so it may not be available to players. Like there may be some
Oh, that
things that
kind of
don't
thing.
show up for players.
Okay. Then how do I
Click it one more time.
this one more time?
Let's click again. Yep, that's equipped.
No, I don't want. I want to get rid of that one because you gave me this
Oh,
one.
okay. Then just go down to the bottom, or actually, I'm sorry, up to the top. I mean, and click the little yep,
Oh
and
yeah.
then just
Okay.
erase it. Yep. So do it again.
I see.
Nick, would it be pretty much fair to say over the past 10-day, and with traveling and things, my copying things into my spell book would mostly be limited by gold?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got the 10 days. All right. So +1 for okay. We'll just have to remember if at any point you drop one of your weapons that your AC would go down by 1.
Okay. Thank you.
No, yeah, that's not likely to happen, but still.
Right. Okay, I think that answered most questions. Nix, Naruk, Captain Bane, anything you want to do while you're in town?
The fancy clothes.
Fancy clothes. All right.
Fancy clothes.
All right. So montage happens. In and out of the dressing rooms. Everybody finds some nice clothing. I will say all told, let's see, is there a fancy, let's see, fine clothes are 15 gold. So I would say, and obviously they know that you're in town for the gala, so there's going to be a steep discount. I'll say all told, it'll cost 25 gold for the fancy clothes for everybody.
For everybody. Oh yeah. Go ahead, take it.
All right. You want me to take it out of your inventory or out of the party?
Out of
money?
mine.
Okay. All right. Let me get over to next 25 gold. Yeah, you've got some gold available there. All right. Let's see. Okay, so you've got the fancy clothes. You've got a list of stuffs from Mabel's Magical Mysteries. All right, so are we ready for the gala?
One.
Well, I
Anything
mean,
else?
did we want to play out the meeting of new characters, or
I mean-
is that going to happen at the gala?
I think that would happen at the gala itself. That's kind of where it's all happening. That's where you would
Makes
that's
sense.
where you would meet new people.
Then yeah, so I guess we could deal with Tori's acquiring of another +1 weapon or magical weapon somehow.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't have
I
enough
mean,
money of my own to buy
Witchy
it.
doesn't have enough gold themselves to do that, so
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
you'd have to you'd have to meet the group, and then the group would have to agree to give Twitchy some gold to do that.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
You're like, you shouldn't only have one magical weapon. You're a dual wielder. Give a blah blah blah.
Entirely up to you. You're all very trusting of people who want to join you. And why wouldn't you be? It's always worked out. All right. So I don't have any map or anything for this, so this is just going to be kind of theater of the mind. So, you spend some time in the city of Neverwinter, seeing some faces you've seen once before, and seeing a whole lot of new faces. Word has gotten around of the success of Lord Neverember, Dagult. So people seem happy. This is a good time. Leilon has succeeded in its efforts to exist. That's really nice. Phandalin is now a booming trade hub because of Axholm. The Ironrune Dwarves feel an affinity for Phandalin, having been welcomed there early in their time. And so most of their weapons that don't go directly to Neverwinter are traded through Phandalin. So both Phandalin and Leilon, which is a major hub for fishing now, things are good. Trade is good, money is flowing, especially Silene has her fingers on the contraband trade. So she's also able to keep sailors happy, as well as bring in goods lower than normal cost. So things are good. Business is booming. People are happy, and a lot of people know you on sight. You stand out in a crowd, and now that people have heard of the tales of the folk band, most people know who you are. You get a lot of smiles, with the occasional, grumpy person who maybe has something against animals. I don't know. Not everybody's super awesome. So you spend a lot of time in town. You get your fancy duds. And then when the time comes, you all head back to Castle Never, and you prepare for the gala. It's a highfalutin affair. Lots of lords and ladies from as far south as Waterdeep and as far east as Silvery Moon have made the trek, which is most of the reason why Dagult waited a 10-day to have this gala in your honor. He wanted to make sure people had enough time to prepare and travel. And so as the festivities begin, you notice that everyone is happy, and most people make it a point to come up to you and introduce themselves. You meet a few lords and ladies, but specifically, there are 3 people who make it a point to come over and say hello. The first one is the Open Lord, Laryl Silverhand, the Open Lord of Waterdeep. She has connections with Dagult, and she introduces herself, Laryl Silverhand, the Open Lord of Waterdeep, and she expresses her thanks and admires the work that you did fighting off the 2 armies, and invites you to Waterdeep anytime. Obviously, anyone's welcome in Waterdeep, but she makes sure to tell you that if you do visit Waterdeep, let me know if you're in town, and she'll do what she can to help maybe grease some palms and do what she needs to do if you're looking for specific things. She mentions to you that there is a monthly
Battery out.
item auction where people from all around bring rare magical items to be auctioned off within Waterdeep. So she says if you're looking for high-end, high-priced items, that's the best place and time to find said items.
That's monthly or nightly?
And monthly.
Monthly.
Yeah. And the next one is coming up in the days. The next person is her sister, High Lady Illustrial Silverhand, who is the High Lady of Silvery Moon, the town to the fairly far east. She also knows Dagult through connections. She makes sure to introduce herself and says the same thing. Silvery Moon is an open town. We're open to everybody. You're welcome to come visit anytime you like. If you are in town, just let me know if there's anything I can help you find, or if you're having any troubles, let me know. Also, if you're ever looking for work, Silvery Moon is kind of a bastion for good in the region, and can always use people who are, willing to take on small errands or even large issues. She has a number of nobles that sometimes run into trouble, and if you're looking for work, Silvery Moon is a great place to come, and she can find some work for you. The next person is a gentleman named Selin Ramur, the Marchand of Mirabar. Mirabar being a town to the north, just south of the spine of the world. He introduces himself as the Marchand. He has connections as well with Lord Neverember, and explains that Mirabar is a mining town. It's one of the wealthiest mining towns in the north. Most of the town above ground is humans, but below ground there's an entire network of dwarven mines, and from these dwarven mines, very rich metals and ores are mined, and so it's a very rich town. He says that they don't have a very big booming trade industry other than just the mines and the ores themselves. Gold, platinum, things like that are mined there. He says that the areas around Mirabar can be lawless at times. So if you're ever in the area, please let him know. And he's sure to have things for you to do if you're interested in work, or answer any questions about mining, or really if you're just looking for a place to settle. You're welcome in Mirabar. And a number of other lords and ladies introduced themselves. After about the 15th or 16th lord and lady pompous person to come up and tell you how awesome they are, you kind of start to lose track of their names. But everyone really wants to introduce themselves. Everyone wants to offer you places in their towns. You're welcome to, oh, come live in Daggerford. Oh, we have the best pastries, things like that.
Real quick, Nick.
Yep.
Where are what was it? The silvery, the two places that we were just told about.
All right. They are Silvery Moon and Mirabar. So let me share with you. Let's see. I've got some gigantic maps here to share. Let's see. I don't know if I have.
Maps are my favorite kind of maps.
I don't know that I have. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make these really big, and I think these kind of touch each other. So I'll get them to kind of do this type of thing. Let's see. Okay. Oh, that was pretty good. Huh, look at that. Damn, I'm good sometimes. Okay.
You added a whole bunch of needs.
All right. So this is, on my screen, they're so if you put them side by side, they'll match up.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is- This is pretty much the entire north section of Faerun. Anything souther than that would be a totally different map. But you can see Mirabar is on the first map to the far north. And then Silvery Moon is on the second map. Right about there.
That is a long travel.
It is. They are a long way away. And again, like I said, the whole freaking world is open to you guys. If you all decide that you want to go to Ascor, you can do that. Citadel Falbar, the Dead Snows. I don't know why that is that shouldn't be on the map, but I'm not going to call it out. But a lot of these places are well known. Most of this stuff is, any cartographer's map will show you basically all these towns and cities. And then, Daggerford being south of Waterdeep, way down on the first one. So That's why it took a 10-day to kind of bring the gala together, is mostly because of the distance people need to travel. That being said, once introductions are done, I get to see. Love it. Love it. All right. After introductions, everyone takes kind of a seat. You're all at there's the main table where Dagult sits at, and as well as him are the major rulers. So you see that the Marchand, the High Lady, and the Open Lord are all sitting with Dagult, and then to the right of the main table is the long table that you all are sitting at as revered guests. And then to the right of Dagult and the main table is a very long table which holds most of the higher noblemen and noblewomen from around. And then in the middle is kind of the big dance floor. And there are minstrels that are playing music. There are servants bringing wine and all manners of food that you could possibly imagine. And it's kind of during this time that you meet two adventurers who have heard of the tales of the folk band and are interested in joining your group. And I will let Chris and or Tori make their introductions, if you will.
I hate this part.
It doesn't have to be anything big. You just walk up and say, "Hey, I'm touching. I'm joining you." Well, that's probably more Captain James.
No, I like that one.
Joining us.
I love the cigar. That's awesome.
So as I was inviting him, I realized he's got a bit of a Wolverine flair to him with that.
That's awesome. All right, so
But yeah,
bear with me as
go for it.
make this happen.
I guess he'd ask if you guys are interested in having a fighter join your group.
Yeah.
Ma'am looks at Nyx and then back to Twitchy. What are your qualifications?
Oh
I'd
God.
like to know that too.
Yeah, I kick ass and I jump high.
She's got
I don't know.
spunk.
I do some fancy juggling with the axes and shit. No more.
Little axes and shit.
Little axes and shit. Okay.
Oh,
Hang on. I need to get
he's carrying 2 battle axes. Not battle
battle
axes.
axes. Those aren't
that
little axes. Holy
They are battle axes. Yeah,
Do you
not
fight
the.
with
Not
those, or do you juggle them?
the depends on what's needed.
I like him.
Zwasos is having to
Pretty cool.
remind himself the same way that Nyx had to stop from eating Zwasos. Zwasos is like, rodent. Oh no, wait.
Yeah,
And I suppose the size difference between Twitchy and Zwasos is similar to the size difference between Zwasos and Nyx, because Nyx is what, 6'2"?
Oh yeah,
And
they're
again,
giants.
Zwasos is barely 5 feet tall, I think.
Yeah, Twitchy's a small creature.
Well,
So
I'm game if y'all are.
I'm just being reminded that Zwasos is 5 years old.
He's a young
5 years old, but
Always
so
makes me
experienced.
If I wasn't game with you adventurers, I would be sitting at this gala, being honored in a tuxedo. So
You are sitting at a gala in a tuxedo, being honored.
I like it.
I mean, I'm on board.
I'm on board.
Did you want to narratively explain Thunder's? Is Thunder there?
Yeah, I don't know. Thunder's just like, I did my job.
Yeah, because Thunder's whole thing was to be there for Talos, but now Talos has been dealt with.
Stop Talos. and
So
show up
it's
for
a-
the party. I mean, of course they're going to show up for the party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be what would Thunder say? Use the accent.
No, stop
You
it.
leave
I don't like it.
And then a tornado touches down in the middle of the gala, and thunder flies away.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh my god.
Bye.
Third, it's a plane. It's thunder.
Well then.
It's been a pleasure.
Speaking of thunder,
Okay,
Speaking of
how we doing?
We're just happy to hear from you, man.
I know, right?
Christopher.
yeah.
Did
So,
so?
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just saw y'all looking for some more people.
Oh, we always accept folk. Who are you?
And sometimes not.
Captain Bane Marin.
Well, Captain Bane, we have captains here, but we always accept more.
What makes you a captain?
My military rank.
Military rank.
Military
Where have you
background. Ooh.
fought, Mr. Military Man?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Oh shoot. You're a violent man.
You could say that.
Whose military did you fight for?
My own.
That's
Mercenary? Or no, not a mercenary. I mean you're a
Yeah.
I'm a one-man army. That's what I am.
well.
I mean, I like him.
I like him too.
What are your qualifications?
I think he just told us.
So, knowing you guys are going to answer that, I'm going to bust out the big old wings and have electricity all throughout the body.
What is Captain Bane?
I'm a blue dragonborn.
Ooh.
dragon.
With wings?
Gotta have
They're,
wings.
they're like
Dragon.
little ones.
Yeah, little wings.
Oh. So not functional.
I mean,
yeah.
no,
Dwarves could do
Well, I
it.
mean,
not yet.
Look at this guy. He's got
I can't fly yet.
he's got thunder and lightning.
Lots of
That's
lightning.
pretty cool.
Wow. The two
Chris,
cool,
Chris,
two
just
cool
out of
cats.
curiosity, tell us mechanically, about Captain Bane. Like, what is he? It's a blue dragonborn.
Sorcerer.
He's a sorcerer. What kind?
The draconic bloodline sorcerer.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Nice.
Who specializes in lightning attacks.
His great grandfather got a little too close to a female dragon.
Ew.
Okay.
She was in human form at the time.
So that makes it easier.
How old does a dragon have to be before? Never mind. So we're at the party, and we've met these two new creatures. Chris, is there anything narratively like that you want to explain away for Tuabor?
Dude was a bitch.
I mean,
would say that to
Two
his
boys
face.
like, I don't like this guy. It's him or me.
I'd say it to his face.
Well, I'm his friend, so
I mean,
I
I don't
see.
know. You're pretty squishy now, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Health wise, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, health wise, I don't know.
I might not be too healthy, but
Just straight
Right.
up BTS.
what's your AC, Chris?
my AC 16. That's not where I come. We're not where I shine.
Well, where do you shine, Mr.
Yeah.
Dragon Man?
Well, he already showed us the league's like
Say-
Yeah, it's all for show.
Step outside and let's do a sparring match. I'll show you where I shine.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't
He
know.
reminds me of Tuabor. He takes
I
my
mean-
everyone.
Does a
I'd
sparring match
watch that.
Done. I got my loot. Ready to roll.
Oh, is
Well,
this
this is
Bard
more
versus
interesting.
Sorcerer?
Good.
Is this the charisma battle?
Yes.
That's right.
Curiosity, what's your charisma?
My charisma?
Is +5.
My charisma is a +8. So
Ooh.
That's your saving throw, charisma.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry, I looked at the wrong column. +4.
Oh,
Just throwing this out there. Mine's a +9 and a +5.
Mine's a -1. I'm really glad you guys like me.
Your charisma's a +5?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Say what?
mine
What?
too.
But
wait a minute.
Naruk
Wait a
is charismatic. What is this?
Not anymore.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
We should- Ugh, God.
Mario,
What?
Mario, I'm sorry. I can't help but be
Who's Mario?
No, I'm sorry. This is table talk.
Oh.
This is Michael speaking to Mario because I can't help be curious. You just did an ASI, and you
Yeah, I
left
got
your
a-
charisma at 18.
I got a feat. And it's
19.
A 19.
Got a feat.
And it's a 19.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But of course, odd numbers don't mean shit.
Oh, yeah,
Mine's
true.
going to be an 18
Bonus
That's okay.
20.
because a half feet might bring you up there if you get another
Yeah.
half feet.
There's
Or,
plenty
you
of
know, who knows?
It's a half feet.
there are feats that allow you to increase one ability score
Mhm.
Yeah.
and still
I'm
get
gonna-
some kind of bonus.
While you're
How do I get that?
mingling, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah.
Alright.
When do you get
It's
half
just-
feats?
That's commonly what they're called. Those feats that give you a +1 to an ability score and something else.
Oh.
It's just a colloquialism.
Well, I got that. I got mobile because I'm just so. I got the mobile feat because I'm just
Oh.
like really, really slow, and it's just hindered my combat being a slow camel. So
I mean, plus it sounds good because it'd be useful too to help you like get to people if they need help. You know, as our resident healer.
exactly. It has hindered that. So
Yeah.
Um,
I'm actually stoked because I'm actually might start doing some healing here and there now that I have not made some adjustments to my spell list.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, I can do that too. Right, every level I can change the spell list, or is that only when I?
And anytime you level up as a bard, anytime you level up, you get to learn a spell and swap out a spell. I believe
Okay.
it's for all levels. Justin,
I don't know. I don't play bards.
I know, but there's at least one point in a source word progression where you don't get to pick up a spell. You can still swap one, but you don't pick up anyone.
Eliza, I have to ask, what would Nyx have picked out for Mam to wear? Because Mam would have been completely like didn't care what was put on her.
So like I was imagining like, you know, those dresses, I don't know if you've seen that, but they're like dresses that like mimic chainmail. And like so like a halter neck type of like chainmail, and then it goes into like the flowy bottom.
Mam looks so unsure of it, but she probably looks great.
She looks great. Nyx just keeps saying that all day. You look great.
Seems a little flashy.
Excuse me. So on that note, I do want to point something out real quick. One of the items you acquired at the end of the Battle of Leilon was the armor worn by Blix. And in the 10 days since the battle, you were able to identify it. And it turns out the reason that it looked like he wasn't wearing armor was because he had a set of glamored plate armor.
Oh.
And so basically you get a +1 to AC, and you can use a bonus command to cause the armor to assume the appearance of a normal set of clothing or some other kind of armor. I don't know if there's anyone in this group that would wear plate armor, but there you go. The whole chainmail dress made me think of that. All right, so
yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just I was like, if Nyx wears armor, they get like all their things, all their bonuses go away. So
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just kind of like, that would be really nice, except it counts as armor.
Did you say it was like +1 plate?
+1 plate that can look like whatever you want.
I was
Alright.
considering potentially the merits of forgoing Blade Song for some armor, but we'll think about that later.
It's an option. Or, you know, if not that you guys need gold, but if you decide to sell it, it would probably something that would fetch a pretty penny at an auction. So so as the night wears on, and the drinks flow and the music plays, you do meet a lot of people. Again, the names kind of come and go, but you may run into said people in the future, and if so, I'll remind you that you met them at this gala.
Thank you.
I'm not going to name dump 612 names on you guys, because I don't really want to make up 612 names right now. So you meet a whole lot of people from all across Faerun, mostly people that live within a 10-day of Neverwinter. And you know, the like I said, the drinks flow, everyone's having a great time. And then sometime near, you know, midnight or so, you can see people start to filter out and head back to their individual rooms. And you can see a few of the high table folks start to, you know, say their thank yous to Dagult. They come over, you know, they say a final, you know, thank you for your service, and you know, again, please visit our city. If you're ever looking for work, you know, let us know. We'd be happy to find some things for you. Our guards are great for defending the city, but they don't do clandestine or outreach things very often. So there's always work to be had. And they start to make their way, I know, out of the Gala hall. As things start to wind down, Dagult makes his way over to you and says, you know, he's going to retire for the night, but he would ask that you all come visit him in his chambers before the night is over. He has a few things he wants to discuss with you, as well as award to you for your exemplary service. And asks if you're interested in coming back to his room with him now. You're welcome to stay, continue to drink and revel, or you can follow him back to his chambers. Totally up to all of you.
Why do I feel like you're propositioning us?
Yeah.
Would you come back to our room?
Get that vibe. I'm not in the mood for proposition right now. I want to just.
So you enter his room and he's
have
wearing
fun.
nothing but a single loincloth.
Oh my god.
Oh, that kind of proposition. Okay.
So assuming you take him up on his offer?
Ma'am glances to the situation between Captain Bane and Naruk and sees that they're probably not going to take it outside, and says,
Oh.
yeah, nothing better going on here.
Thankfully, no fights break out in the Gala.
Ma'am's only slightly disappointed.
I still keep it to myself. I'll keep my distance. I'm
Bane's massively disappointed. I
I'm
don't know what
not
you're
too
talking
fond
about.
of Bane. I mean, I'm trying to have fun here, okay?
And you do notice that there's the at some point in the night, someone who looks like maybe they're a captain or some type of a high-ranking soldier does kind of pick up on this kind of tension between Naruk and Captain Bane, and just kind of comes over and mentions, you know, there's a gladiator arena in Waterdeep. If you're ever interested in duking it out, they have high-level healers available where, you know, it's basically a gladiators arena where either groups or single folk can battle it out without risk of death. And you know, there's some coin to be made, some wagers fly back and forth. But if you guys are ever interested, I'd pay to see that too.
Well, keep that money to yourself for now. I'm here to party at the gala. But yes, you hear that, Bane? There's a gladiator arena, and you know, I know you're quite the charismatic fellow, but I think I could outwit you any day.
Gonna sniff the air. You smell that?
I farted. Smells good, right?
It kind of smells like fear to me.
I like slide, just do like a side eye to ma'am. I think we need to get the boys out of here.
Ma'am loses it at the fart joke. You've never seen her laugh that much. She's taking a sip of wine and it shoots out her trunk. That's Ma'am loses it.
Oh my God.
So when I drink, I'm witty. This is how we camel folk are.
Mario, if you didn't already have inspiration, I totally would have awarded it right there.
Oh,
That's
I'm feeling heavily inspired right now.
I don't even want to know what a camel fart smells like.
Probably.
Ask Captain. Good time.
Perhaps it smells like fear.
Perhaps it does.
Exactly like
Awesome. All right. So the group of you make your way to Dagult's chamber, and you can see he it's very, very opulent. It's very, there are settees with cushions and draperies, fine tapestries, a gigantic 4-post bed over in the corner, a couple of small tables where you can see there's papers strewn about and such. He welcomes you in, and his guards obviously know who you are, although they kind of look at Twitchy and Captain Bane a little like, I don't recognize them. But Dagult says, any friend of the folk band's a friend of mine. Assuming you're not going to cause trouble, you're welcome if you're part of the group.
Oh, we always cause trouble.
And Dagult smiles a little bit. That's what I like about you all. Not stuffy like most of the people I have to interact with on a daily basis. So he brings you into his chamber, and he says, "Well, the very first thing I want to do is pay you your final stipend for protecting for protecting Leilon." And he looks at Ma'am. He looks at Naruk. He says, I know you weren't part of the original agreement, but your deeds were not unnoticed. And he kind of looks at Twitchy and Captain Bane, and he's like, you know what? He's like, there are a few original members who aren't going to take their share, so I'm fine giving you their share. So he's going to give everyone in attendance 2,000 gold. So he's got like a giant chest that he opens up. It's gold and gems, and he said, if you prefer gems, you can do that, but I know gold tends to be more spendable. I also have a chest in the back here full of platinum if you would prefer platinum. Whatever your prefer.
So Nick, our current like what we have in inventory doesn't include the last 2,000. I thought it did include the last 2,000 gold. So never mind.
No, you received the initial 2,000. You received another 2,000 at the end of your downtime, and this would be the final 2,000.
Fantastic. I'm very, very happy.
Does anyone have a preference? Gold, gems, platinum?
Gold?
I mean, if we're not worried about encumbrance, then I'd take platinum, just for the sake of
I'll take platinum.
simplicity.
All right. Is platinum fine with everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Oops. We'll do capital. Okay. So Ma'am is now 200 platinum richer. Nyx is now 200 platinum richer. Zwasos is 200 platinum richer. Why do you not have anything else here? Why does Twitchy not have a spot for all these things? I don't know. That's weird. I don't know what's going on with Twitchy, but they don't have a spot for all this shit. So you're getting gold.
Right back. I'm gonna check on laundry real quick.
Let's see. Naruk is 200 platinum richer, and Captain Bane is 200 platinum richer. Okay. All right. He says now that the actual payment is out of the way, I have a few items I think you'd be interested in. They've been passed down through the generations. I've used them. There's something that can be used multiple times, although it takes a very long time to reuse. I'm going to loan these to you, although I need them back. It's not something that that you can keep. You must give them back to me. And he goes over to like a giant armoire and he opens it up, and you see that there's like a false bottom on this armoire, and he kind of opens it up and he pulls out like 6 giant like books, and he brings them over and he sets 3 on a table. He says, these 3 are tomes, and he sets 3 to the side, and he says, these 3 are manuals. Says there, and he kind of sets them out separately. One of these is a tome of clear thought. Another is a tome of understanding. This is a tome of leadership and influence. This is a manual of gainful exercise, a manual of bodily health, and a manual of quickness of action. If you have the time over the next couple of days, study these, read through them. I think you'll find that you'll learn some things and gain valuable information from them. And he hands them over. He says, but before you leave Neverwinter, I need you to return them to me. They're part of the Neverwinter hold, and they're things that I need to keep here, but you're welcome to use them. So for anyone who doesn't know, these are items that will increase your ability scores. So each item is this. So there is 1 for each ability score, and anyone who spends time with one will gain a +2 to that ability score. So there's 1 for intelligence, 1 for wisdom, 1 for charisma, 1 for strength, 1 for dex, and 1 for con. You all will need to decide between you who gets which one.
Charisma.
I'll fight you for it.
The thing that Mario is not that I don't think that having a +5 modifier for our bard is a valuable thing. We're talking about being stuck with a +2. So if you take it, you're gonna, now Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, but the tomes and the manuals can make us go above 20. Is that correct?
That's correct. Whereas an ASI would not.
So if you take the tome, you can get your charisma up to 21, but then you're stuck at 21 with no other way to get it up any higher.
You can't go higher than 20.
Yeah, what I will say is with these is that if you use this to go above 20, you can still use something else to get your regular to 20. So if he uses one of these, he could still use a regular ASI to get to 22, but you would not be able to then go past that.
Okay, well, I think it makes the most sense to give the intelligence to Mam and the wisdom to Nyx.
What are you saying? Who gets charisma?
Well, that's what we're going to figure out. So there's
Yeah,
there's 4
unfortunately,
others.
you've got 3 of you who have charisma as your major item.
Now, I would be fine settling for the con if the captain is okay. Perhaps the captain would be willing to take the dex for the sake of his AC, and then we could give the strength to our new fighter friend.
What about,
And
sorry,
of course, if he wants the charisma thing, he can fight me for it.
I mean, I have no interest in fighting a fellow member of the folk band as much as I would love to get the tome of charisma.
He proposed it, not me. Just saying.
Captain, is that agreeable for you?
I don't care.
Okay. Then I think are we all agreed?
Okay.
I think so.
Cool.
Does Nyx want the wisdom?
I would appreciate it. Doesn't Buh, 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 ba, da, ba, da. I would appreciate it,
didn't-
but
I just hadn't heard you say anything, so I just wanted to make sure your voice was getting to be heard.
yeah, I could definitely do with more wisdom if somebody doesn't need the wisdom one. I don't how many uses does this have?
It only has, so for all intents and purposes here, it only has one use for the group. So you can't pass them around, and you have to give them back to Dagult when you leave. So each of these books can be used once.
Okay. So there's like one for each stat.
One for each stat.
Well,
I'm
I'm
guessing-
maxed out Dex, so I don't need Dex. Wisdom.
But tomes can bring you above the max, so you can get a 22 in Dex.
Oh.
That's the great thing about these, is it brings you above your hard cap.
Oh, that's so tempting.
I'm guessing nobody else has use for the intelligence.
I don't think so.
I have to jet for a little bit. I have to go run to the dump,
Okay.
but I will be back.
All right. We will be waiting. We'll have something to kill for you when you get back, probably. Maybe.
Yeah,
God,
because Tor is the strength valuable to Twitchy, as Twitchy is strength based?
Oh yeah, no, he's a strength based fighter. He's
Okay.
got a 20 strength right now, so that manual would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think man makes the most sense to have intelligence. Seems like Twitchy makes the most sense to have strength.
And I mean, as I mean, the only downside here is that I, as I'm sure the captain, would love this once in a lifetime opportunity to get an ASI, to get a skill score above 20. But this simply, I think this is just the best, dispersal of the assets. Thank you, is the word I'm looking for.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I could make an argument for Ma'am wanting either the strength or con, but since we have to limit them, I think looking at who can make best use of them, and I think what we have makes sense if everybody's happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I'm super thrilled to get more hit points. I don't know what it's. I mean, it sounds to me like the captain's not planning on getting into the fray super often. So the Dex is still something that he can make use of if he ever does have to make an attack, or for the sake of his AC. Zwasos likes to be the caster who gets involved sometimes. He's like a sorcerer version of a Bladezinger. So I think that I think that giving him some con is a plus for the sake of concentration checks. I will say, Chris, if you really don't have a preference, my preference would be the con. But if you were to really want the con, I would be willing to hear you out on it.
I think Chris left.
Oh,
I think so too.
And I also think he said he really didn't care.
he did. So I just wanted to give him one more chance to.
I will say that based on his ability scores, which he rolled really well, he could use the wisdom, which would bump him up really high. And I think of all of you, he would have the highest wisdom, which is good for, perception and wisdom, say things like that. Like if he doesn't care, when I look at the group, like he seems like the best choice for the wisdom one, because nobody else, it seems like.
Well,
really.
I think I'd have to disagree because, well, I suppose, yeah, if he took the wisdom, Nyx would get the Dex. Eliza, do you have a preference between the two? I don't see without Chris here to give his input, I don't see him using wisdom very often. I mean, yes, there's ability checks and saving throws, but that's really it. Whereas wisdom for Nyx is mechanically applicable in all of her like key abilities and things, all of their key abilities and things like that. But I mean, again, if Eliza wanted to raise their hand and say, I would prefer the dex rather than the wisdom, I'm sure we could take that into consideration. Chris did say pretty fervently he did not care.
Wisdom and con are one of the top things besides dex for monk. Hang on, just give me a second. I gotta look at my stuff.
What's your dex score now?
20.
So again, that kind of speaks to what I was saying before, that Nyx could raise their wisdom with ASIs later, but there's not going to be another opportunity for her to get a +6 dex modifier. For them to get a +6 dex modifier. So maybe that could be taken into consideration as far as the best place to put these particular assets, because that's the kind of thing that like we can't get from somewhere else. Like I can increase my con later, but
just give. I need a second to think about this, and people are throwing stuff at me, and yeah.
And you know,
How would one
I'll
get
say
to
that
30?
you know, canonically, you don't have to decide right now. You know, it seems like there are two that just make sense. Well, there's at least one that is a slam dunk. Twitchy getting the strength is well. I can't even say that. I'm going to shut up. That's all it's your choice. I'm just going to shut up.
I think Twitchy is a slam dunk to get the strength, specifically only because Mam is a slam dunk to get the intelligence.
You would think so, but when I look at Mam, it doesn't look like intelligence is their most important stat to them.
I mean, truthfully, I would rather have the strength or con for Mam. But I understand the situation we're in, and Mam is the only person who uses intelligence realistically. But I mean, strength, I intend to put up to 20 with my ASIs, so kind of similar to Twitchy. And con is my AC and my con saves. That all being said, like I said, understand the situation we're in, and I do think intelligence makes the most sense for Mam if it's going to go to someone.
You know what? I'm going to retcon that. So just to make this easy, I'm just going to say everyone can have whatever fucking stat they want. I'm just going to say that. Like, you know what? Why not? I'm going to make this easy. I'm going to make sure that people don't have to fight over certain ones. I think that's easy. This is your big bad. You've completed 4 freaking modules. This is your huge reward. So everyone can get whatever tome they would like.
Nick, you are the kindest and most benevolent of DMs.
All right.
Indeed.
So does that mean, well, hang on. Oh, fuck.
So I'm going to assume that Captain Bane wants charisma. I'm going to make that assumption for him. I think that makes sense.
Well, now you're making me make a decision, Nick. Gosh.
So
I was able to be like, I'm taking one for the team. I'll just take the intelligence.
I was kind of feeling a gladiator fight later, but.
So I knew I messed up when we did the increase in scores, and because you were like, con is always good, and I was like, yeah. Except my AC is based off of my wisdom, and I completely spaced that. So that's why I wanted to increase wisdom.
Is it only wisdom, or is it wisdom and dex?
So dex and wisdom are those are the two top priorities for a monk, because the wisdom feeds into your AC.
Instead of your dex, or in
both of them do.
Okay, so you'd get an AC bonus by increasing either one. I'm just asking.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to read this and talk at the same time, and it's not really working.
So I believe it's similar to a barbarian's unarmored defense, except for a monk, it's your dex modifier and your wisdom modifier.
Yeah, it says it right here, unarmored. Your AC is 10 plus your dex plus your whiz.
Mm-hmm.
So either one.
I believe also wisdom determines amongst spell saves for like stunning strike and
Yeah.
stuff.
So when
Oh,
enemies are permitted a saving throw against a spell cast by a monk's key, the DC is based off of the wisdom modifier.
Okay.
So the
Alright.
key, so like all of my like stunning strikes and all that shit is.
So that
wisdom
yeah, that
based.
is tough. I mean, like, because I'm having a similar issue right now for Zwasos because con seems like the best thing for me to take, but as I said before, I can raise my con later. This is my one chance to get a +6 charisma modifier, which would never mind. I'm just realizing that would increase my spell save AC too. Yeah, that's the obvious choice.
kind of is,
Yeah.
Along the
in
line,
my opinion. But these are your characters, and I don't
As much as as much as I'm regretting upping my con now. Whoops.
I mean, would
Is it-
Nick be willing to revisit that?
Did you do that with this level 12?
Yeah, that's what, because we were like, because you recommended it, and I was like, yeah,
Right.
that makes sense. And I completely,
you know, I've never played a monk. I don't know anything about monks.
yeah,
You know, that just happened. If you want to retcon that, I'm fine with it. If you want to change
yeah.
it from con to
'Cause
woo,
then I would put the con back to 14 where it was, and increase the wisdom to the 17.
done.
And then and then I would do the book for dexterity to pump it up to 22. Because that still helps me. And then my wisdom
yeah.
is.
It gives you an AC boost and it's going to give a boost to your attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, are these changes that you're okay with us just going ahead and making right now, or do you?
Yeah. If you've made your decision, then yeah, absolutely.
I want the dex.
All right.
I want the dex.
Oh,
Oh my god, I have 19 AC.
Hang on a second. Wait, I gotta look at this. Oh my god, the Sun Sword is a +12.
What?
The Sun Sword's a +12.
Because of what you just did?
Yeah, because as a Hexblade Warlock, I can use my charisma modifier for attack and damage rolls.
Oh.
all right. So Captain Bane has made his choice. Nyx, Zwasos, and Twitchy have made their choice.
Nick, I'm sorry. I'm just realizing as I'm looking at it that the damage for Sun Sword should be changed also. It should be 1d8 plus 7 now. Oh no, it should be 1d8 plus 8.
This says base damage.
My
There you go.
stats look so scattered.
Yeah, no. I'm with you because like I'm at like charisma 22, dexterity 18, and then like I got my con at 13 still, which is so dumb. And then
Yeah.
I'm 10s across the board from there.
Yeah, I have the dex is 22, my wisdom 17, and I have 2 are 14, and then the other 2 are 13. So it's like
Those are good scores.
well, I rolled really well on both
You did.
characters, so excuse me.
All right.
But whoa.
Has Mayhem or Naruk made their final decisions?
Yeah, I'm doing
I don't know.
I'll do the charisma.
Charisma from Naruk.
Pow!
Yeah.
Nick, also while we're doing stuff, Twitchy as a rabbit folk should get their proficiency bonus added to his initiative rolls.
Which is currently a 4. All right. it doesn't allow me to set it to proficiency. So as that proficiency modifier goes up, maybe just remind me.
That's strange.
Although I think it's a few levels away before it changes.
Naruk, Mario, what's Naruk's initiative bonus?
It's +2.
And what's your dexterity modifier?
+2.
So yeah, so he should have a +2 to his initiative also for Jack of all trades.
No, Jack of all trades only affects the skills.
It's ability check.
Does initiative not count mechanically as an ability check?
No, I don't think so. No, that doesn't already include your proficiency.
Yeah, you're right. It is. So yeah.
Really? Wow, that's cool. All right.
For Jeremy Crawford, it is.
No.
I guess we'll go with that. He seems like he might know what he's talking about. We'll go with him.
Jeremy
He's
Crawford.
usually
Well,
good about it.
but I'm not 100% sure because he says that if you have a creature that has true sight and it's a creature that's invisible, that creature with true sight still has disadvantage on attacks against the invisible creature.
Yes, because of the wording of the invisible condition.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's rules as written.
Yep. Exactly. And that's I mean, like, I know that like for like there's a spell I consider taking called Mind Spike, which if it hits, it allows me to know the creature's location at all times. And it says in the spell description that the creature can gain no benefit from being invisible. I would have figured that something like True Sight would also say that. Or see invisibility, like the spell see invisibility or whatever.
I've had +4 initiative this whole time. God darn it.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. No, you're awesome.
All right.
It's fine.
It's good that we're talking about it now and getting things together.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Definitely.
I should have known that. Damn.
All
Well,
right,
I was
so-
surprised, but I only know it because when I built a separate bard in my character sheet app that I use on my phone, it made my initiative +7, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Oh,
and then Justin
automatically.
explained it to me.
Nice.
I'm surprised
All
Fantasy
right.
Grounds doesn't
So,
have that built in.
Not going to rush, ma'am. Make your decision at your own pace.
Thank you.
Whenever you make that decision is fine. So after giving out the tomes, they say they take 2 days. I'm not going to make you wait 2 days. You can all peruse through the tomes and get your things and get them back. That's fine. He does say that there's a little more information that I want to entrust to you all. He's like, I'm not sure how much you know about the different major factions, but I am a member of the Lord's Alliance, and for your work in Leilon, the Lord's Alliance has noticed you, and we would like to offer you membership in the Lord's Alliance if that's something that you're interested in. As an alliance. Shit, I thought I had this written down somewhere. But I don't. One moment. All right. So the Lord's Alliance. As agents of the Lord's Alliance, we ensure the safety and prosperity of the civilized Faerun by standing united against the forces that threaten civilization. We proactively eliminate such forces by any means, fighting with pride for the glory and security of our people and for the lords who rule over them. Everyone wants to sleep at night and feel safe in their homes, but how many are willing to do what it takes to keep the tide of evil at bay, to stand in the cold and the rain, waiting for battle while the hunger gnaws at your bellies? Many wish to reap the rewards of good harvest, but few care to remove the stones and till the fields for planting. The Lord's Alliance fights for the things that the shopkeeper in his bed has never even heard of. We remove threats before the town mayor even knows about it. We make bad things go away. That's what we're good at.
What?
If you're interested in being a part of the Lord's Alliance, I will tell you who else has membership. I understand it's a decision that one may not take lightly, so you don't have to answer now. If you choose to become members, we would happily welcome you. And if you choose not to, I understand. No harm, no foul. But the offer stands. If you're interested in membership, you're welcome. Just let me know. Well, if you once you make your decision, let me know. If you decide not to, you don't have to tell me. You just don't tell me that you've accepted, and that's fine. There are many factions in Faerun, some major, some minor, and many give. We all have our own perks for joining such membership. But if you're interested in being a part of the Lord's Alliance, you're welcome, and I would welcome you, as would the other members. So he does offer you membership in the Lord's Alliance.
So Nick, like, is that specifically a narrative thing? Is there like a mechanical application to it? Like, is it going to cause us like?
There are things that come along with that.
Do we know what those things are?
You do not, because you are not members.
But there are other factions, and I'm guessing that if that you're not allowed to be in multiple factions.
Not if they know about it.
Well, that's not the folk band's style. I mean, for what it's worth, if what Dagult tells us about the Lord's Alliance is true, it definitely sounds up our alley. Yep. Taking care of the bad things and making sure that people are safe. That's kind of our whole deal. It's just,
I will say that if you want to hold off on your decision, you may learn of other factions before you leave Neverwinter.
That's why I was holding on my decision now.
Yeah.
Just we'll snoop. We'll snoop and try to get some gossip and see.
Absolutely.
Or maybe we might be able to, clandestinely find out more about what the benefits of the Lord's Alliance are before we make our decision.
That's why I said we'll snoop and
Yes.
find.
I like snooping. Yes, I'm realizing now that that's exactly what you said then.
So he
Yes,
says,
it is.
So he says to you, take your time, before you make your decision, take some time, maybe sleep on it. And he kind of looks down at his wrist where there's definitely not any type of timekeeping device. And he says, but it is getting late. I'm going to go ahead and head to bed. I would ask you to go back to your rooms, sleep on it. You're welcome to stay in Castle Never as long as you like. Usually after galas, everyone kind of sleeps late the next day and doesn't leave. So most of our rulers, most of the noble people, you'll see that they'll stay another day in Neverwinter and likely leave the day after. You're welcome to do the same. Truly, anytime you stay in Neverwinter, you're welcome to come stay in Castle Never. The other thing I want to offer to you, and this is whether or not you decide to join the Lord's Alliance. As you may know, there are circles of teleportation here in Neverwinter as well as Leilon. You are welcome to use those teleportation circles at your leisure. We do have soldiers posted at both circles. So as you arrive, they will greet you, make sure that everything is okay. But you're welcome to use those circles at your leisure. And he gives you a couple pieces of paper that show the runes of the teleportation, which is needed to use that teleportation circle. So if you were to cast a spell or use a scroll, you would just have to know those rune signals in order to use those.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know circle of teleportation, so.
Right. He's not here to tell you that he does, but Captain Bane knows that spell.
Very good.
Yep. And in case anyone canonically doesn't know, you can cast that anywhere in the world. So like no matter where you are, you could, after 2 minutes of casting, be in Neverwinter or be in Line. So
does he happen to know the runes for a teleportation circle at Waterdeep?
He does not. He's not yeah, he says I can't tell you any more about that. But have a good night. Thank you again from the deepest of my heart. You'll always have a place here in Castle Never. You'll always be welcome. If ever there's anything I can answer for you, please feel free to ask. I'm only sending away. But for now, get out. I need to go to bed.
Are we in his personal chambers?
Yeah, we
you're
are.
in his personal chamber.
thought- I missed it. I thought we were still like at like a ceremony where he was presenting.
No,
us.
no, he took
no.
us.
This is super secret.
That's why I said like he was propositioning us because he took us into his bedroom. I was like, okay.
That must have been when I stepped away. I love it. Okay, so we're going to bed. And then the next day
Well, before you fall asleep,
oh, cool.
You get a series of visitors.
Oh, I love
So there's and for narrative reasons, you're all kind of sharing a big, large room just because it's easier to do this that way. And there's a little knock on your door, and you see Varnock kind of pop his head. Hey guys, do you have a minute? I want to talk to you about something. I know it's late.
Varnock?
I apologize. Yep, Varnock. I know it's late. I apologize, but I did see that you had visited Lord Neverember, so I figured you were still awake. I wanted to let you know, and this, please keep this to yourselves. It's important. But I've talked with my network, and they agree that what you did in Leilon was beyond spectacular. So I feel okay telling you this. I'm a member of the faction, the Harpers. We are an organization of clandestine spellcasters and spies. We seek to tip the scales in favor of the innocent, the weak, and the poor within the realms. We are incorruptible defenders of good and never hesitate to aid the oppressed. But we do work behind the scenes. We're rarely noticed, and we work to thwart tyrants, depose rulers, and head off any growing forces of evil. We try to keep our fingers on the pulse of the realms, and we work tirelessly, even for the odds of the downtrodden. A Harper is first and foremost self-reliant, autonomous, and no one can tempt you into using power as a crutch. You are sovereign. You would be sovereign unto yourself. A Harper's soul must be incorruptible. Many believe themselves to be true, but power comes in many guises, and it will find your weakness. Of this you may be certain. Only a true Harper can pass the test and transform weakness into strength. That is why we are the hand that stops the tyrants. We feed the oppressed, and we ask for nothing in return. We are the song for those who have no voice. If you're interested, I would offer you membership. I know this is a big deal, and I don't ask for your answer right now. But our network reaches far and wide, and if you're interested in becoming a member, I can tell you more. But don't tell me now. Sleep on it, make your decision. And yeah, if you're interested, I'll tell you more. There's some benefits, but there's also some things we might ask of you, and true Harpers will answer the call when needed. But thank you for what you did for Leilon. It's been a pleasure and an honor knowing you, and I hope our paths cross in the future. Have a good night. And he steps
Good
out.
night. Or that.
Wait, but does he get stopped before he walks out the door?
Yes.
Okay.
I think possibly by both Nix and Ma'am.
Yeah.
I said good night right accent, and I was like, wait, hang on.
Oh, yeah, yes, yeah. What can I answer for you?
I look over
ma'am?
at ma'am.
Just puts a big hand on Varnock's shoulder and says, Varnock, I gotta be honest. I always thought you were kind of square. But what you're saying right now, That's cool as hell. Have a good night. And she just pats him on the back.
He kind of like, "Ugh," like, I appreciate that. Thank you. Nix, you had something to say? Cat got
I
your
just
tongue?
like peek out the door and I was like, did anybody follow you? Is there anybody else? And like,
And he kind of
Nix
looks
is-
out and you see that out in the hallway, kind of like fidgeting, looking at each other, are Sir Aleekik and Master Zyla.
oh my god. And I just like just dead-eyed, like just the face is dropped. And I just pat Bardock on the shoulder. If you could just, if you meet anybody on their way to us, just say that we're done for the night and we'll return to normal business hours tomorrow for consult.
Very good. And he kind of looks out and he says, "No, they're tired." And he kind of shuts the door behind him. He says, maybe see them in the morning.
I will take Sir Aleekik and Master Zyla, but those are the last two.
Okay, very good. And so he next, Master Zyla, I think you were first in line if you want to pop in. And you see Master Zyla. And Nix, you've never seen him like dressed like this. You've always seen him wrapped in bandages. Like you've never really, except for after the Battle of Leilon, when like a lot of his bandages were like ripped and torn and stuff. But he's like he looks like a freaking dignitary. Like he is just like flowing robes, and he seems like he looks a little bit uncomfortable wearing this. But he kind of pops his head in. Nix, do you have a moment? Can I speak with you? I know it is late. I apologize, but I just need a moment.
It's fine, Master Zyla. I just turned to the rest. I'll be right back, and then I walk out with him.
And he takes you a little bit down the hallway. I know I have mentioned this once before, but the monastery, it used to have an affiliation with a group known as the Emerald Enclave. I'm not sure if you know anything about it, but it is an organization that reaches far and wide. We oppose threats to the natural world, and we help others survive in the wilderness. Branches of our organization are scattered throughout Faerun, and we usually operate in isolation of each other. This teaches a fierce self-reliance and certain fighting and survival skills. We know how to survive, and more importantly, we help others do the same. We're not opposed to civilization, of course, or progress, but it is important to keep a balance with the wilds. We restore and preserve the natural order of things, and root out and destroy all that is unnatural. We keep the elemental forces in check in the world and keep the civilization and wilderness from destroying each other. We exist as gatekeepers to that vast space beyond the city walls, defenders of the wilderness and of the society that usually does not understand it. Many have forgotten that there is an ancient natural order that existed long before these intellectual concepts of it. To come into contact with that primal order is to touch the power that guides all of life. Those who walk the way of the Emerald Enclave are infused with this power. We embody it, and it moves us to do our work. This is why we are never truly alone. Even in the midst of a noisy, crowded city, we can feel the presence of that natural world inside us, fresh, strong, alive. We seek to make awareness of this power available to all who seek it. Freedom, is this not the highest of callings? I would offer membership to you, Nix. The rest of the folk band are wonderful people, but I'm not sure that they feel this connection with the wild the way that you do. If you are interested in joining, you are welcome, and I will let the rest of the Enclave know that you have joined us. But you need not make your decision now. I shall be in Neverwinter for a few more days, so if you decide you wish to join us, we would welcome you, but you need not make this decision right away.
There's definitely a lot to consider.
There is, and it has been a big day. So please
Very.
sleep on this, and even if you do not ever make a decision one way or the other, know that you will always be in my heart. I will always be here for you.
And I hope you feel the same for me as well.
Of course. But I must go. So please enjoy your rest. You have earned it. And I will talk with you again in the future.
Yes. See you.
And he turns to walk away, and he kind of like trips over his robe a little bit. Damn it! I cannot wait to get back into my wrappings.
I'm sure.
And I have to say, you look amazing in your.
Thank you.
Okay, we shall talk later. Goodbye.
We shall. And Nyx is very careful about lifting the dress a little bit so they don't trip.
And as you return to the room, you see Sir Aleekik. She's kind of like bobbing back and forth on her feet.
Oh, you should have gone
I was
in.
waiting for you to come back.
You didn't have to wait for me. Zwasos isn't here. Come on. And then I just kind of like grabbed their hand wing and like dragged them into the room with me.
Very good. And so she kind of looks around at everyone, and she's like, "Oh, I didn't realize everyone was here. Sir Zwasos, do you have a minute? Can I steal you away?"
Yes, of course.
Excellent. My room is just a few doors down. If you would join me, that would be wonderful.
Why don't you?
Zwasos well.
Okay. So she takes you down the hallway. The Lord, we have sent word of the final battle, but I haven't heard anything back yet. But one of the things that I know, being a knight of the order, this usually comes along with it. But being the divine soul, you didn't go through the training that most of us went through. It is unfortunate, but you are your own person. You are the divine soul. You are different from the rest of us. But there is something that I need to tell you, and it's we have a fairly loose but still there connection with an organization that I wish to explain to you. The Knights of the Order have an affiliation with the Order of the Gauntlet. It is an organization. It is relatively new, but it is dedicated to smiting evil wherever it lurks without hesitation. We understand that evil can wear many guises, playing games and tricking others in order to spread. And we act on our own authority, identifying threats and smashing them before they can grow bigger. Because the seeds of evil are nourished in the shadows, the Order of the Gauntlet rides out to the most dangerous of dungeons, the darkest of caverns, the foulest of pits, to weed out these wrongdoers. But we're also keenly aware that the shadow of evil lives within everyone, waiting for the moment when it can gain a foothold in their soul. Thus, our members spend long hours deep in prayer to keep their inner eye vigilant and focused on their thoughts and emotions, to purify themselves from within before taking up their swords to cleanse the world. And that is one of the things about evil. It is darkness, it is shadow, and it hides in your blind spot. And then when you're distracted, it sneaks in. It is a master of disguise. And what is the greatest disguise? Yourself. Evil will cloak itself in thoughts and emotions, pretending to be your own, telling you to be angry, to be greedy, to be envious, to hold yourself above others. People aren't born evil. It takes time for evil to fool you into thinking that its voice is truly yours. That is why to know who you truly are is what the Order requires from each hopeful who wishes to join the ranks. Bravery isn't fighting the dragon out there, it is fighting the dragon within. It is what we do in our prayers. Once you have slain that dragon, you have overcome the darkness lurking within yourself. Only then do you have the capacity to know true goodness. Only then are you ready to take up the sword and wear our badge on. But it is important to know that the Order seeks out evil deeds, but not evil thoughts. Only once evil reveals itself do we act. You have shown yourself to be one of honor and power. If you are interested in joining the Order of the Gauntlet, I would offer you membership. But only you. I do not know the rest of your party well. I have not met them. I have not spoken with them. I do not know if they have fought this demon inside them. But I offer you membership in the Order of the Gauntlet, if you are interested. But understand that it is not a requirement of the Knights of the Order. There are many within our ranks that do not either meet the qualifications of the Order of the Gauntlet or wish to join. It is individual to each, and as such, it is your choice. You will not be looked down upon if you choose not to join the Order of the Gauntlet, but you will always be a Knight of the Order. Thank you for your leadership as the Divine Soul. And if you are interested, let me know. I must head back to the Starmount in the next couple of days, and I hope to bring an answer with me. If I don't hear from you, that's fine. You can make a decision later. But if you're willing to join, I shall let the rest of the Order know. And you will be one in our ranks, as well as a secretive member of the Order of the Gauntlet. But it is late, and I am tired. I appreciate all that you've done, and I appreciate you bringing us from the brink of evil. We were close. We were close to joining that which we thought was good, and learned only later was the guise of evil. We have you to thank for that. Thank you. And if you wish to join the Gauntlet, let me know. But for now, it is maybe not appropriate for us to be in bedchambers together. And she kind of like demurely kind of like smiled. So I suppose you must go.
Yes, thank you. Good night. And Zwasos also has a little blushing coming through his feathers.
Okay, how do you blush?
Shush. I got a red beak.
All right. So, with that being said, many of you have some invitations to decide upon. And with that, the night kind of comes to a close, and you all get a very, very well-deserved night of rest. And fade to black.
It's a black
Just-
indeed.
Y'all can hear me, right? Y'all hear me? Hello?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I've been doing laundry, but I've been hearing the whole thing. So don't worry.
Okay, excellent. Excellent.
I don't know what to do. I'm like, what the fuck?
That was a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And you know, you're welcome to all, you know, do your own research into the factions. I don't know whether or not the internet will tell you like the boons of being part of these factions or not. It might. I don't really know. But you're welcome to look up, you know, basically, you know, what it's about. There is a fifth organization that did not offer you membership. But were you to accept any membership from any of the other factions, you will gain a little bit of information about this fifth faction.
So Nick, does if Zwasos were to take on the membership into the Gauntlet, that wouldn't apply to the rest of the folk band.
It was only offered to you.
But I imagine that Zwasos would still be, you know, permitted to continue adventuring with the folk band.
Oh yeah, of course, it's an individual decision.
Okay.
If you all accept, like, it has no bearing on you as a group. There's no I don't want to say there's no negative to the other factions, because
There might
again,
be.
if you accept membership in a faction, you will learn more about what that means. I don't want to give that away before you make your decision. But if you once you do make a decision, and you know, I'll say that if one of you is sure and wants to make that decision, they'll learn a little bit more that might help the rest of you make your decision.
Okay.
If one of you is sure.
I wasn't sure how to put this narratively when we were playing out the scene with Aleekik, but like she talked about having looked inside and, you know, found the where the darkness might be dwelling and making sure that it isn't. And so it sounds to, has Zwasos gone through that?
Did
she just trust that he has?
She's talking about the order. She's not talking about you. She's not talking about Zwasos. She's talking about the order. She knows nothing of your internal, whatever it is.
But she did say that I met the requirements for the order, and it sounded like this is one of those requirements, that because she said she couldn't extend membership to everybody else because she doesn't know what they've.
Correct. You rooted out evil that they didn't see. You found the evil in Blix that they didn't know. That was what got you membership.
I see. Okay, cool.
To be clear.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? Was there any questions anyone would have wanted to ask of said offers before we fade to morning?
I mean, Zwasos is practical minded in that way. He would have asked what membership into the, you know, he wants to be able to, like, smiting out and snuffing out evil. It sounds great, but he'd want to know what the order would do to help him able to do that. Like, he'd ask.
Yeah, and she would, similar to what everyone else would say, these are, for the most part, other than the Lord's Alliance, which Dagult mentioned, most of them are secretive organizations. They're not outward on, you know, where Nyx and you had kind of personal invitations. They might tell you a little bit more. So basically what Sir Aleekik would tell you, if you know specifically, she basically says that you'd have access to a larger organization, and that they work together. You know, cities or towns where the order would have a presence, you would have a way of finding other members possibly, and that they would help in ways that, you know, you would need. That, you know, there aren't specifics to that. It's mostly, you know, if you need information, we may have it. If there are items you're looking for, we can access our network and see if anyone, you know, knows where to find things. It's basically having access to a larger network of information and or items.
So just access to resources that, I'm sorry, it's difficult not to just like break it down. So do we understand that each of these factions kind of offers different access to different resources?
You don't know. So there's no, yeah, unless you join the organization, you don't know the specifics. But they are, each of them are pretty far reaching and have different, you know, things that you might have access to.
Would there be any kind of extension to my background ability, which is I get like oh, it doesn't like it. Hang on. So as a Knight of the Order, I get there's a hang on, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, similar to that, where you know.
Yeah, knightly regard. So I receive shelter and I guess I don't know what succor is. SUCCOR. Is that a word or is it misspelled?
No, that's right.
From members of my order and those that are sympathetic to its aims. So
similar, yes.
Okay. Then all right. Well, I'll keep thinking.
Okay. Very good. Anything else anyone else wanted to discuss or ask of their personal patron person thing?
Yes, but hang on, I gotta turn off the sync. Um, I guess before like we would have left, I would have just like kind of nudged it as much as I could about like what would have been expected of me and the Enclave, and then like also like what the fuck we're gonna do about this Zentarum.
So, yes.
This is Zentarum.
Master Zyla would tell you, obviously he's mentioned to you the Zentarum and their infiltration of the monastery. He said, if you're, I'll use the accent. If you're interested in joining the Enclave, the first thing we might ask of you is to look into what happened at the monastery and maybe root out the evil that is within. The Zentarum is another faction known as the Black Network. If you wish to join, I can tell you more about what they are and what they do. But it is information that is guarded only to those of the Enclave. I would share it if you wish to join.
It doesn't matter if I sleep on it. Of course, I'm going to eventually join. This doesn't impact the group, though. If the group makes a different decision, I'm still,
absolutely. I will say, as long as we don't ever learn that any of your members join the Zentarum, they are a different breed, and they are not welcome among our members.
It's not the Zentarum. There's been a line out the door. I mean, you saw the line out the door.
I see. I suppose I am not surprised. These are major organizations, and knowing obviously what has happened with your group, I would not be surprised that many groups would look to add you to their memberships. I know of many groups in the realm, but there are major factions and there are minor factions. We hold nothing against Lord's Alliance members or members of the Harpers. I have never known a Harper, and I don't even know if they came to visit you. The Order of the Gauntlet, they are a bit of a hard ass, if I can say it.
Yeah.
And the thing with the Order of the Gauntlet is they don't act without proof. That is one of the things that holds them apart from others. Many of us, we know evil when we see it, and we will destroy it. The Order of the Gauntlet, they need proof. Proof is hard to come by in this world. But as long as none of your members, as long as none of your group are members of the Zentarum, there is no problem. We work with other organizations from time to time. There is no problem.
I don't think the Zentarum and our group are gonna get along.
I imagine not. But evil can. You never know where evil might be found, and evil, if evil were stupid, it would announce itself as evil, and we would easily rid it of the world. But the stupid evil people don't last very long, and so they are very clandestine. And I will say the Zentarum has their fingers in all the pies in all the world. They are the hardest of the organizations to identify, and therefore they are the hardest to root out. But they are called the Black Network for a reason. And evil is maybe a strong word to describe the Zentarum. Not all of their members are truly evil, but it is about power and wealth and influence to them. They seek all these things. Basically, they want to rule the world the way they see fit, which would not be a good thing for most of the world, in my opinion. But they are hard to find, and they are hard to root out, and you just never know where they might be touching the world. We do not. I would say We do not directly oppose them in that we do not seek them out. We do not seek to destroy them, but they usually are up to no good. And usually their aims are opposite of ours. And I think you'll find that of most of the other factions, the major factions anyway. If you are ever offered membership in the Zentarum, you should look deep in yourself and ask yourself why.
I mean, could be a spy.
Could be. They definitely have resources.
But I don't think I would really be chosen by them.
Probably not. You do not fit their mold, Nyx. You are good. You are good. Deep down, you are good. And it is fairly obvious to be clear.
Do I really fit anybody's mold?
This is true. This is very true. They broke the mold when they made you, Nyx. There should not be two forms of perfection in the world.
Oh, aw. I really do want to join, but you said to sleep on it.
I do not presume to tell you what to do. I simply say, if you need time, take time. You are welcome as a member of the Emerald Enclave. We would be honored to have you, and you seem like a perfect person to join. But I do not want to pressure you. That is not our way.
Oh, I want joy. Like as soon as I got pulled away and the Emerald Enclave got pulled up, I was like, yes! And then you were like, sleep on it. And I'm like, oh.
And you can see he's kind of.
Sorry, I just saw Justin's message.
Yeah,
Don't
me
worry,
too.
we've only been invited to join every faction.
It's quite the courtship.
Yes.
Almost every faction.
Almost every faction. We haven't, yeah. Fucking Zentarum. All right. Yes, to Emerald Enclave.
Oh, this is wonderful news. This is wonderful news. Excellent. And he kind of like reaches into one of his pockets and he pulls out a necklace that has the kind of a medallion that shows, it looks like a deer's head, like a deer profile, the head of a profile of a deer with antlers growing out. And the background is kind of a green and yeah. And he hands it to you and he says, this is for you as a member of the Emerald Enclave. It is wonderful to have you in our group. This medallion is specific to our organization and it will identify you as one. If ever you need help, if ever you will find yourself in the wild, pray on this and perhaps if there's another member in the wilderness around you, they will find you. There is let's see. Here we go. Hang on.
Yep.
All right. All right. And he hands this to you and he says, welcome to the Circle of Initiates. As you
Sorry.
perform duties associated with the enclave, you may find that you will grow in the hierarchy. But for now, you will remain an initiate. From time to time, you may find that our members seek you out. We may ask for your help in certain things. And as I kind of mentioned, the first thing that I personally and perhaps the enclave would ask of you is to return to the monastery and root out whoever it was who besmirched our monastery and brought them to the Zentarum. I don't know if it was all the higher ranking members or maybe just one or even two caused this break from the enclave. But if you have the time, if you have the ability, we would ask you to look into that. And there may be other things from time to time. And again, a member will always identify themselves with this medallion. You need not wear it around your neck. You can hold it in a pouch or secretly somewhere else. Not many will know it on sight unless they are an enclave member. It is something that we hold deeply to ourselves, and we would ask that you not share it with others. We do not want our information known. Anyone can make something look similar. So you wear it, but if anybody asks you what it is, be evasive. I know that is something you can do.
Yes. Well, the monastery is back in the Feywild, so that would be quite a trip. So
I agree,
well,
and I understand if it's not one you can make right away.
Well, there's a lot of missions we have to go on soon, so it might just be on the way.
You'll never know. You'll never know what might fall into your path.
Exactly. But for the time being,
my heart sings that you have joined us. I am sure now that we are connected by more than just history, that we will see each other again.
I'm sure we will. Okay, well, a lot of things have happened, and I just joined. I'm glad that you get along with the people that have come to see us so far. So that made me nervous for a second. But
all right.
Yeah.
So I did just add that into your inventory, the medallion of the Emerald Anklet.
Nice. All right. Well, I don't know what else to say.
You do not need to say anything else. Go, rest. Think of what comes next.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
And then I just like slink.
Awesome. All right. So it is the next morning. You all wake up refreshed, feeling wonderful and having dreams of wonderful dancing and drinks and the idea of larger factions within your world. You've gotten many invitations to visit many cities, and you have a bit of coin in your pocket that you didn't have the night before. So the world is kind of open to you all. If you have any ideas of what you would like to do, or if anyone would like to visit any stores within Neverwinter again, or anything like that.
Oh, now that Twitchy has some spending money, I'd love to see if I can get another plus something weapon. I don't know what costs would be, but
Yep. So yeah, if you're just looking for another battle axe +1. You can find one of those in the magical weaponry shops. It would cost 500 gold pieces.
How much for a +2?
They don't have +2 here.
Cursive.
That's a little beyond beyond their capability.
All right, I'll stick with a +1 for now then.
What are you doing? Two.
Sam is gonna see Twitchy going to the weapons store and say, hey Twitchy, what you looking for a weapon?
A battle axe able to cause a bit more damage than this puny normal one.
And overcome magical resistance.
And overcome magical resistance, yeah.
Partial to axes in particular.
Oh, indeed. They're so
Oh.
slicey and dicey.
That's fair. I like hammers myself. I was just gonna say well, I'm not sure I'm ready to give her away, but I could lend her to someone. And Ma'am holds out her Corpse Slayer warhammer. Just if you'd be interested, it's on the table.
I mean, I don't mind a little bludgeoning damage. I will take you up on that. Thank you so much.
Sure thing.
I will take good care of it.
Remember, not for keepsies, but can hold on to it.
I'll keep good hold of it.
Justin, does it require attunement?
It does require attunement. So it's basically a +1 warhammer that does extra damage on undead.
Oh, nice.
Requires attunement.
That's just like the second one. Oh my goodness.
I'll move that over.
So I know it's only been a day, but is it worth it to go see Mabel and see if she's been able to touch base with contacts about something for spell potency?
No, this is not the place to get something like that.
Okay.
I never went to, yeah. And I mean, Mabel is someone who purchases items. She doesn't necessarily have like a network of people to ask like that. Yep.
So she's like a pawn shop.
Yeah, basically. for and some high-end stuff sometimes comes across her because people know that she's a purveyor of such things. But for the most part, she doesn't really have contacts that she would reach out to. It's mostly just if it comes into her shop and she thinks she can resell it, she'll purchase it.
Get 2 action searches.
Yeah.
It's got 2 little check marks next to it.
I guess I did.
Did Twitchy still want to purchase that extra +1 battle axe or no?
Nah.
Okay. Then I will give you back your gold.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Now that I'm sitting on this, this extra 200 platinum, that fireball necklace is starting to sound good as far as like, but I think I'd rather something that wasn't a finite. Maybe like another wand or something like that, because I have the wand of magic missiles. Maybe there are some wands out there that can recharge. Maybe they don't quite, have the same oomph that necklace. Because I mean, geez, if it's got 8 beads on it, that means that there wouldn't be any point in throwing it the whole thing, because that would be a level 11 spell.
Yeah, which doesn't exactly work.
But that would be awesome.
How much was the scroll of animate objects?
It was
20, 21, 22, I want to say.
Where's Maples? Where are you, Mabel?
Oh yeah, scrolls are useful for you.
2289. 2,289.
How much for the bag of beans?
The bag of beans. Where?
Oh my goodness. I don't even want to think about. I've been listening to Dungeons and Daddies. I don't know if any of you have listened to that.
Was it? No,
But-
I haven't.
Oh my goodness.
Dungeons and Daddies.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. About 11.
Oh, that
Freddie
does work.
Wong?
Okay. I have to do so.
Wait, Freddie Wong's in it?
Wow,
Yeah.
that's,
Oh, dude, I love. Okay.
3,900 gold.
Holy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's
For a bag of
expensive.
beans?
It is a
That-
rare, wondrous item. And she says, "Oh yes, the bag of beans. It's very powerful, but it's something that it's
It's-
kind of like a thing.
It's super unpredictable.
You kind of never know what'll happen when you throw a bean out.
So Nick, remind us all mechanically, the bag of beans, it has a finite number of beans in it?
Yes, it has 8 beans in it. You can count them looking inside it. She would make sure that you know what you're buying. So there
Yeah.
are-
It's 3,900.
Some maniac has done it. Some maniac has done it.
So much.
Honestly,
That's
I mean-
a bag of beans.
Yeah, and the bag of beans is, wow,
yeah. I
it's just,
don't- okay. I'll buy it.
Wow. Okay. All right. All right.
We now have a bag of beans.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
she'll say,
Oh, yes.
Why? I don't know why. It's just.
yes, the most chaotic magic item in all of the freaking Forgotten Realms. And now we have it. Yay.
maybe a deck of many things.
Gimme.
And mine, are you?
And she says, "Oh, you wow, okay. Well, and she looks over the rest. I assume everyone's kind of shocked. She looks over. If there are
I
other
was-
items you like, I could perhaps do a group discount."
Oh,
I was looking over the story because I don't think I went in here the last time. So I was just kind of like looking through things.
so Zwasos, seeing the interest of his cohorts, might go up to Mabel and say, the scroll of animate objects and the bag of beans will give you 4,000 for both.
Oh, I'm not giving.
Oh, I'm
that
sorry.
people a discount. I don't think so.
I apologize. I was doing the math wrong in my head because my intelligence is only 10. I meant to say 55.
For the 2. Yes, I think that'll work. I would do that for sure. For sure.
Zwasos is more than happy to chip in to buy a spell scroll for Ma'am, knowing that Ma'am can make use of a spell scroll, unlike a dumbass sorcerer.
Sure. I mean, yeah. I was.
Yeah, like Zwasos throws 100.
$100.
Zwasos throws 100 platinum into the friggin' pot for this.
Oh,
What do you say?
100 platinum?
Okay, fine, 50. You're right.
What's that? five?
Sorry, what did you just throw in there?
I threw in 500 gold. So that's, you guys would have to do the math as far as what Ma'am wants to pay versus what
Yeah.
Naruk wants to pay.
5,000, so
I'll.
she's looking
I'll
for
put it,
another 5,000 gold.
So maybe like 35 and 15.
Yeah.
Would be
have,
inappropriate.
I have 200 platinum, 3450, 450 gold. So I'll put in like.
Close.
I'll just put in all my gold. 34.
I'll toss in 100 platinum.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Then I'll just pay the rest with the gold. So.
Well, I mean, I can put some in here. If
Oh my god, you guys are just
Like-
throwing around money.
We have so much money.
And Nick starts to panic after everybody's like, no, I'll toss in that platinum. No, I'll toss in that amount of gold. And it's like,
It's only polite.
Well, I mean,
Polite.
Ma'am must. Justin. I imagine Ma'am must be, you know, as opposed to all of us. I imagine Ma'am must be hurting pretty hard for gold in comparison, because how much gold have you spent on transcribing spells?
Almost all of my gold before getting the 2,000. So I don't have I have pretty much 2,000 to spend. But I'm happy to put some in, since it's going towards a spell score for Ma'am to put in your spell book.
I have no problem if you guys want
Listen,
to debate how much
Camel-
you spend. However, you're doing it right in front of the merchant. Like barely whispers that to you guys. Like I'm barely above a whisper. Like just barely audible. Like you're doing this in front of the merchant.
Well, we've agreed with the merchant on a price. We're just talking about how we're going to divvy up who's going to absorb.
Yeah, but you guys are like, no, I'll throw in 100. No, I'll throw in this. And like,
listen, us camel folk.
So essentially, I think what Zwasos wants to do is Zwasos wants to throw 500 gold to Ma'am, just because as an investment in the group's ability as for all the spells that she's put into her spell book.
Okay.
There you go.
So now it's up to you to decide how much of the 5,500 you want to pay, or if you even want
to. Ma'am will put another. We'll put a total of 1,000 on the table. With Zwasos 500 and her 500, and say, how's that?
And that leaves 3,000 for Naruk to spend on the. Oh, actually, no, because I mean, if Chris wants to throw 1,000 gold in the mix, that would leave 2,000 left for Naruk to pay.
I've been trying to write down these numbers. I don't.
Yeah. So what I've got so far is Zwasos is throwing 500. Yep. Ma'am is throwing 1,000. Captain Bane is throwing 1,000.
Oh, I was throwing 1,000 with Zwasos. Sorry, that's 500 from Ma'am.
Oh, gotcha. 500 for Ma'am. Okay. All right. So 500 from Zwasos, 500 from Ma'am, 1,000 from Captain Bane. So you're at 2,000. You need 3,500 more.
So yeah, I'll toss in 1,500. Makes sense because I wanted the beans.
1,500. So 25, 30, 35. You need 2,000 more.
Okay. Well, I look at all the rest of the. Sorry, what items are actually at the store? I forget.
So you're looking to purchase the scroll of animate objects and the bag of beans. The other items available are a potion of superior healing, a scroll of dominate beast, a potion of frost giant strength, a potion of stone giant strength, a potion of gaseous form, a necklace of fireballs, and a scroll of banishing smite.
What are the last three again?
I put them in the chat box, but potion of gaseous form, necklace of fireballs, and a scroll of banishing smite.
What does the banishing? Well, I couldn't do a scroll, could I? No.
Yeah, I think it has to be. I think you have to have it on your spell list to be able to cast it.
Also, keep in mind we have coins in the party sheet if we wanted to dispense some of those.
That's true. There is. Yep. There's a lot. There's about 3,400 just in gold and platinum in the party sheet if you want to use that.
I mean, if we use that, I want to throw one of those beans. I want to throw one of those beans over.
Something about those beans. I'm thinking about those beans.
Yeah. How much do I have in my gold sheet? Hang on. How much do I have?
A lot.
Yeah, I'll throw in the rest of the 2,000 if that's. I point at Naruk. I wanted first dibs on the bean. Give me one and I'll throw it as soon as we buy it.
All right. So you have a deal. All right. So I am. So Nix, you wanna pay it out of your gold?
Yes, the 2,000 I have.
So just to confirm, Zwasos 500, Ma'am 500, Captain Bane 1,000, Naruk 1,500, and Nix 2,000. Have that right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So Nix 1875. Zwasos. I assume nobody took this out of their money yet, correct?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zwasos. Shit. What is? Okay. calculator.
I'll go ahead and do my own, Nick, just to make it easier for you.
Excellent, thank you. All right, and then Captain Bane gave how much? 1,000. So you're down to 100. Rook 1,500. No, I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna 50 minus 1,500. That leaves you with 1,950. And then oh, I already did mix. Yes. Okay. All right. So price is paid. I assume the bag of beans is going to Naruk. And the scroll of animate objects is going to Ma'am.
I hold out my hand for a bean.
Want a bean?
I want a bean.
It doesn't have to be in the bag. I can divvy out the beans, or will like shit get fucked up?
No. I just asked for one because I said the deal was if I paid it, I want the first bean to throw. So I'm holding up my hand to throw it.
And you see Mabel. She's like, no. You are not throwing that in here.
Okay.
Listen,
where would you recommend us throw it?
Nix.
Out of the city.
Nix.
Oh, out of the city.
I will. I feel weird about taking these beans out of the bag, but when you want to throw it,
Yeah.
I will do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Zwasos, again, with Zwasos being, having his strong interest in magic items, he's always asking about them and inquiring about them and researching them. Zwasos would say, yeah, maybe just don't, maybe ever. But okay. I wanted man to have more spells. That's what I
want to throw that as soon as we possibly can. So if that means I grab the rook, and if that means I grab the rook and run out of the city with him to throw it out of the gate, I am.
I'd be down. I would actually be down to do that.
Can we run out of the city? I look at the rook and I was like, you want to go throw beans?
I want to throw some beans.
I want to go throw beans.
Dude.
All right. So is everybody going out of the city to go throw a bean?
Oh, I'll do it
I
now.
don't want to have anything to do with this. I mean, I want to see what happens, but I'll be in the air and 1,000 feet away.
I'll do it.
I have no idea what the beans are or what they do, so I'm just like, let's go throw beans because I hear they're magical.
Nick, is how many numbers on the table for the beans?
You roll a D100, but there aren't 100 options.
God.
There are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you how many there are.
I thought this was a joke item at first.
I know, right? I thought it was just a joke, magical beans, and they don't do shit.
No. This is a real thing.
Okay,
it can
cool.
Be good and it can be bad.
All right, let's go do it. Let's go do it.
Me and Nix are gonna throw some beans outside the gates.
That sounds rad.
Farther.
I'm coming too.
Farther, not just right outside the gates. Far, let's go a mile from the city where there are no people.
Wow, you seem really
preferably
upset
no
about
cute
these
woodland
beans.
creatures too. Pat.
The city's been nice to us. I don't want anything bad happening.
Somebody shorter than me.
Should we?
That's not salty. Intimidating.
So wait, should we throw it into the ocean? Go to the cliff?
I don't know.
Or should we just?
No, you actually, what you have to do is you have to take the bean out of the bag, plant it in the ground, and then give it a little bit of water. You can't just throw the bean at someone. You have to actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you have to plant the beans.
The other option is you dump the bag of beans out on the ground. But I highly recommend you not do that.
I'm just doing one. I mean,
we're just doing one. So we're gonna go a mile out. God, we're really doing this. We're gonna go a mile past the gate, and I'm just gonna look at the guards, and I'm like, if anything crazy happens, magical, it wasn't us. And I just keep walking.
And he kind of gives you a wink. He's like, okay, don't burn the city down, okay?
Well, we're going far enough away. You'll be fine.
We'll be a mile away. That's far enough.
All right. So if I understand correctly, Nyx gets the first throwing of the
Yes.
bean.
I'm gonna reach into the bag, and Naruk opens it for me. I'm gonna take one.
As
8.
promised,
Okay,
friend.
so there are. I have to put in here. Wait, okay. We have a bag of beans. Bag of beans. 8 beans. Oh, not beebs.
I'm gonna
8
just
beans.
pluck one from the
Okay.
bag. I'm actually gonna put it on like the high road that's there. I'm just gonna dig in the middle of it, put the bean, put it down, and then take my canister of water and just quickly like dump water around it and then back up.
Okay.
I'm hiding behind the tree.
Okay. All right. And so everybody's here, right? Right. You all decided to go
All the
do
cool
this
kids.
thing together.
I mean,
All right.
I'm looking
You're
to
way
see
up
if
in the
anybody.
air. Yeah, you're
I'm way.
All right. So Nyx, I need you to throw a D100 in the chat box.
You're gonna have to do it for me.
Oh, right. I do that. Okay. What do we got? 59. 59. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm also going to have you throw a D4. Okay. So you take your little bean out and you put it right in the middle of the path there, and you sprinkle a little water on it, and then suddenly 11 bright pink toads crawl out of the ground and just start like hopping around.
Holy shit. It's amazing.
Just 11. Just 11 toads.
11 bright pink toads.
Look at the color.
Oh my gosh.
Are they normal toad sized?
Yep. They're normal toad sized. They're very cute.
I tried to pick one up.
Oh,
Yeah, I have a
so
+6 in animal handling.
Oh geez. Okay.
Grows to 12 feet tall, turns into a giant toad yeti and eats us all.
Oh
Yeti.
Jesus.
Oh Jesus. Oh no, what did I do?
I just keep in mind I have +6 in animal handling, so I'm picking up.
Yeah, are we both picking them up? Oh my god, no.
So yeah, advantage on whatever. Oh god.
So both me and Naruk are trying to pick one up, by the way.
Fuck.
I love animals.
Okay. 1, 2, 4,
so
5,
pretty.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, what is this? 16.
I don't like how you count it.
Oh, thank God. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Very good. So this thing is so Nyx grabs a toad, and it in a poof of bright pink smoke, it changes. It turns into something else. And it
oh no.
And it shit. Okay. All right. So it changes into this thing. At the same time, Naruk grabs another little pink toad.
Oh no.
And Naruk, throw a D100 in the chat box. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Well, I did 55. You're gonna make me count 55. Okay. All right. Well, we know this was 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 35, 37, 38, 39, 40, 42, 43, 44, 46.
These toads are so nice. I love these
50,
toads. So cute.
51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Okay. All right. So not the worst thing in the world.
Uh-oh.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Oh no.
Fucking hell. All right. So, and keep in mind there are How many toads appeared?
11.
11.
Okay. 11 toads. I'm just going to put that in the chat box here so that we remember that there are still 9 toads hopping around that have not yet been touched. And so, Nick, so you grab a toad and immediately in your hands, this thing appears. And then Rook,
Oh,
when you touch a toad, this thing appears.
What the
Let's fucking go!
Oh God!
And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh
yeah!
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Oh.
You're gonna have to roll initiative for me.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah.
Oh my God, what the fuck is that?
Oh. Oh.
Holy hell.
Mind you,
It's got like
there's still 9 toads left.
Mine has like a side beard. Like a side. Oh God.
You're gonna have to roll initiative for me because I'm not.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry. Oh, sorry, I didn't roll great. So Amos is not here, but because you've simply dismissed him, he hasn't been killed. You can, I think it's a bonus action, you can resummon him if you want to. And I can't hear you.
No. I'm trying to think if it makes sense narratively that Zwasos would have done that, like before because like he knows he knows shit could go down.
Yeah, but he didn't. You didn't say he did. And that
Fair enough.
moment passed. All right, let me so let's see, we're on the high road, right? So that's good.
Yeah.
That is good. Hang on, I have a thought I had.
Oh, sugar,
loincloth.
honey, iced tea.
And the other 9 toads are still toads, right?
And the 9 toads are still 9 toads.
They are currently still pink toad.
Oh my God.
Either of these creatures, like when these creatures popped into existence, did either of them, brush up against the other toads or kick them or have any physical contact with them?
Let's find out. Not
Why you
immediately.
gotta say that stuff?
I'm just wondering if we
God.
were able to tell if is it the picking up of the toad that does it, or the I'm 1,000 feet away.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if they're still pink.
1,000 feet away.
1,000 feet away, Zwasos. You're gonna have to dash for a while.
Oh my God, no, Zwasos isn't with us.
Zwasos isn't with us, but everybody else was like hiding behind a
I'm not.
tree.
You guys will have those things taken down by the time I get there. It'll take me 10 rounds.
Shit.
Shouldn't be a problem, but God, those things are ugly. The daggers. Damn these beans.
You just see the daggers? I see 4 arms. And like a werewolf.
Oh yeah, no, the arms. Yeah, that's off-putting. Yeah.
Off-putting is that, and then what the fuck is this pig, lion, cat thing?
Yeah, I'm just wondering what's on the side of its head.
All right, we're just gonna use this. This is not the correct map here, but this is it. All right, so we have Naruk and we have Nyx hanging out right next to the fucking road here. And they picked up the beans, and let's see, Zwasos is. We're just gonna say you are 1,000 feet away.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
And ma'am. And you're already there. Right. Is that
The 100 possibilities.
Where's Twitchy? I gotta put Twitchy in.
I don't suppose either of those two things are undead, are they?
We'll find out. We're gonna find out. That thing on the thing that I summoned into this world looks like a creepy werewolf hybrid thing.
Got like mouth
It looks
pincers.
like a spider thing.
Spider.
It's got
Yeah, it's a spider.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
That's what it
I
is.
didn't see the eyes until I zoomed in. That's really fucking creepy. Oh my god. It has like a mandible too. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
this might have
big.
been a bad idea, guys.
Oh, it's really big.
It's big.
It's big.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Oh,
Good, like,
How
as
big?
in-
How big?
how big is
As
it?
in, as in large.
Oh.
Man
Well, so-
smiles.
So can
All
man
right.
sometimes.
I was like,
Damn smiles.
So Naruk
Twitchy's smiling too.
summoned the large creature. I summoned the spider hell. Okay.
Yep. Okay. All right. And Naruk, you are first to act here. You
All right.
reach down to touch this little toad, and it immediately turns into this snarling thing, and you can see that it's getting ready to leap and attack you.
Okay, 1 sec. My brother-in-law's leaving for the airport. 1 sec.
Okay. I gotta go to the bathroom too, so I'll be right back.
all right.
Oh. Sugar honey iced tea.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm first. Okay.
Oh my god.
Different habits at the house, but I'm gonna need you to do your
Gonna
best.
do.
Otherwise, they'll
Sunday.
beforehand, okay? All right. It's okay. No, it's all right. I'm just, like I said, I know it's not something that I made a habit in the past.
I think the
Okay, yeah.
Keep your water. I only had water out there. You have to turn it up here.
He's gonna want to do one like a warm water.
Okay, right. Okay.
Cool.
Well,
Why it's not allowing me to do enter drawing mode.
Does that get quiet all of a sudden?
Oh, this is interesting.
I think it's Mario's time. Mario's not speaking with the intention of being heard.
Oh,
He's just talking to himself.
okay.
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 And that was?
And does that count as originating from me if it's like on the side?
Yeah, as long as you're making physical contact with any edge or corner. But you're gonna hit Nyx.
Yeah, that's true. Damn.
Listen, I can use evasion. I'm okay.
Okay. Sorry about the friendly fire, but
No, as soon as I see you summoning a spell, I'm like, ah! Because I have this spider thing pop in front of me.
Not actually.
all right.
I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, I didn't realize that monster was so big. Yeah,
Whoops.
I'll wait for its turn.
Oh well, we learned the hard way. We don't mess with the beans.
What's going on? What'd you do?
So
He's doing thunder.
Underway.
You have to click on me too, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What do you? Yeah, if you're doing Thunder Wave, that's gonna hit Nyx too.
all right, so I'll undo this.
I think I can use a reaction to be evasive or use evasion, right? No.
It just
maybe?
happens, but it's a con save, not an X save, so it doesn't.
Ah, sorry. Yeah.
That's okay.
All right.
So you're gonna take the 10 damage as well. All right,
And be pushed 10 feet away.
and to be pushed 10 feet away. Okay, so
I'm so sorry, Nyx. I just that was,
You're good.
Why is he gonna get closer to me?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, bitch.
It's not so much fun being squishy, is it?
I
Now
don't
you know how I feel.
all right. Any bonus actions or movement you would like to use?
Oh my god.
I will
Is there a summoner of monstrosities?
because I
Did
have-
that just push all of the toads?
Yeah. Oh, did it?
Shit.
Oh no.
Oh.
I didn't think that was.
Oh, did that push all of the toads?
Oh my
Did
god.
that just summon like 9 things?
Oh. I didn't think that one through.
So Naruk,
Can we save at the bottom edge of the cube with a foot off the ground?
Maybe I'll.
So
Christine
I'm
just
gonna
has to
need
stay with
I'm gonna
myself.
need 9 D100, and I'll let
Oh,
you all
come on,
like
man.
you all decide who rolls them, or I can roll them. Is
I
it, how about
mean-
everybody? I'm gonna say everybody roll 1 D100 right now,
You're gonna have to roll one for
and
me.
we're just gonna do 6. 3 of them just go poof and disappear. The rest. Oh,
Oh shit.
You have to roll for me, Nick.
oh yeah. Sorry. What do you got here?
Not think about that.
I can't see the numbers because of the map.
Oh, sorry. Oh man.
Oh my god.
So
Okay.
let's go. All right. So this is just gonna take me a minute to actually figure
Yep,
out.
you take your time. Oh my god, no.
All right. So number
I gave
10.
you bardic inspiration though. There you go.
Wow.
That's my bonus.
You
action.
gave me bardic inspiration?
Yeah,
Thank you.
just as a sorry for that thing. But
You do the
Yeah.
thunder wave and all of a sudden just like 6 other creatures pop up and then you're just
Oh
like,
my God.
and I
Well, I mean,
Oh my god.
stop looking.
Okay. So that's 10. Bear with me while I count out these numbers here.
Oh my god.
You're good. Take your time.
Where's the color
Oh.
thing?
21, 22, 23, 24,
Why is our inventory built so much?
29, 30, 31,
What's there the mod in Minecraft for infinite?
I buy that.
I buy infinite.
41, 42,
Infinite.
44.
Or just a bigger
Okay.
inventory.
All right. 45.
But I especially want infinite.
45.
So useful.
46, 47, 48, 49,
Roll down, down.
50.
Fuck these beans.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes 10, 45, 50, 61, 81, 97.
What?
All right. Zwasos, you are not 1,000 feet away. You're going to be close enough to join this battle because
About to say. go-
Because they need it.
because fuck.
Ah!
Oh, fuck!
Okay. I will say though that this is an like a use of the bag of beans that I had not thought of previously. Just free XP.
This is not free XP. Are you
Is this
kidding me?
60? That'd be cool.
I'm just going to say this.
What?
Yeah.
Are we fucked?
Running away is an option. I'm going to say it out loud right
Oh
now
my god.
because
Oh no.
one of these is
What?
I'm sorry.
I mean,
Not my call. This is Mam's. Mam rolled the 50. You can blame Mam for this. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
ma'am. How
Okay, so
dare you?
that's 50. 51, 52, 53, 54,
Oh.
56, 57, 58, 59.
well, we can't just let these creatures go. The city's a mile away.
No.
Oh my god.
Monstrosities.
Oh
Oh
my
my god. And we purposely told the guards to ignore any magic shit happening.
Oh my god.
65.
Oh, we fucked up.
Because it should be. Monsters remain for 1 minute, then
Okay, that's
Yeah, so 1 minute.
Running away is an option.
Turn around.
60.
Yeah, you know it's bad when he says that.
large and smaller creatures of the DM's territory.
Then run away.
74, 75.
I didn't even know. No matter how much I wanted to.
Let's get something to drink real quick.
Jesus Christ, you guys.
Jesus Christ. Don't say Jesus Christ, Nick.
I'm
What
sorry.
happened?
I'm sorry.
No, I don't mean it like in the way of like that way. I'm just like, what's happening? I'm afraid now. Somebody hold me.
90, 94, 95, 96.
What I thought was gonna be a joke, and we actually get like Jack and the Beanstalk moment is now like terrifying.
Okay. Okay. What is this? H. Oh yeah, that didn't. That's not. Okay.
You have all of them?
We do.
Okay. Uh-oh. Nick, no! No! Stop face! No! Oh my god, no.
Oh no, that's the same one. That's this guy. All right, what are you? Yep. Okay. All right, that's fine. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. So that appears. Right?
Owl bear. Owl
That's not
bear.
bad. That's not bad. That's
I
not
know
bad.
an owl bear. I know an owl bear when I see one.
Is there a chance that they could like maybe fight each other a little bit?
I
Yes.
don't know.
I would say yes. That is an excellent call. Yes. Yes. I would say that is absolutely an option.
What is
miss?
that?
An owlbear?
There's yeah, an owl bear popped up, and then this like weird gray thing popped up. What?
Oh,
Right. I'm gonna save
Oh.
that one for last because that's gonna be. I expect a reaction for that because I had a reaction.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit. Okay, well that's bigger than I thought.
Oh, what in the world? Is that a centipede?
All right.
it looks like a-
This. So when this thing appears, it's gonna push Narook out of the way a little bit.
Oh.
oh my. Oh,
Oh.
what is that? What is that?
That's sandworm. Worm.
Because I want you all to understand what the fuck is happening here, I'm gonna tell you what that is.
Okay.
That is a kraken.
Oh, that's a kraken.
That is a kraken.
Okay, so what do we? Okay.
It's not gonna like being on the land, right?
Just throw this out there. I have teleportation circle.
Okay.
That is not a bad idea.
It takes 10 minutes to cast.
Huh?
That's
Don't
a
let me
bad idea.
die.
Wait. Okay. That thing's huge.
Holy shit.
What do we do?
Oh, fuck. Fuck.
Nick, I don't want to be the kid who says, teacher, you forgot to assign homework, but I'm only seeing 5 creatures that you've added.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it was the
Yeah.
other one. It was the other one. Where is he?
Oh, what's one more creature gonna do to us?
I mean, I vote for running away.
We might
Oh.
Well, sure, that's nice,
So-
but you only have to take 1 opportunity attack to do so.
So, has Wall of Force.
And another one.
We could retreat to a somewhat safe distance, use Wall of Force to ensure that we're safe, wait for maybe some of them to take the other ones down, try to pick up the pieces.
All right. Who's feeling lucky?
No.
I kind of.
You know what, ma'am? This is your fault anyway. Roll
Oh,
me a
God.
d10.
Oh God. Okay.
I have polymorph. That
Oh, shit.
right?
Oh, you do have polymorph.
Yeah.
As do I.
Okay, excellent.
So you
Thank
can
you.
polymorph a couple of them.
I'm not gonna tell you what that means, but that's
Sure.
good. That's good.
Great.
Let's see. So Zwasos, you're up. And you, you're close enough. We can you can put yourself however many feet in the air you want, but
Okay.
That was close. I thought it-
You don't have
Okay.
to travel 1,000 feet to join.
Oh.
All right. And so I'm gonna go ahead and alt.
Oh my God. What is with it?
Let's do 40. And what is the H? What is that?
I don't have a token for that.
Okay, but does it look like something that could?
It looks like a dog.
Does like a regular dog?
No,
Okay.
does not look like a regular dog.
I'm
That
sorry. I
was
guess
a
what I
very
need
dog.
to do-
Hang on. I'm gonna give it a different. I got a token that'll work for that. Hang on.
Holy
Just a golden retriever amongst all these monsters.
Oh no, that poor thing.
Oh, could you imagine though if it like looked like a golden retriever and then it's
I
like
couldn't do
head
it.
like snapped back or
There you go.
something? Like
Oh my god.
oh.
That's not so much a golden retriever.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Like
More
the
like a
Pomeranians in Blade 3.
Oh God, what did we do?
These are the ugliest things I've ever seen.
I like am like panicking and I look at the Rick and I'm like, what did we do?
I think it's worth
Jeez.
reminding that Zwasos was like, maybe just don't.
And now you know
Shut
why
up.
Mabel said not
I
in
live
her
on the
shop.
edge.
Yeah.
I'm a curious camel.
Well, to be fair, I said I'm just gonna throw a bean. If I threw a bean, nothing was gonna happen. But then everybody was like, no, you have to bury it. And then,
Until it rained.
oh yeah, that's right.
All right. Yeah. So Big Z.
Okay.
See you
Then
guys. I'm out of here.
Zwasos will shit.
You will shit. So
I'm trying
just
to-
will shit
Well,
himself in the air.
Hang on. Let me actually. Well, no, sorry, that's a line. I need a.
He will use projectile
cone.
feces.
Nope, that's a line.
Projectile diarrhea into the monster.
No, that's a
Okay.
cone.
There you go. Just so you know what you're dealing with here.
Oh God, why?
That's a cube.
I imagine he's got a lot of hit points.
Yeah.
Can't get the. Hang on, let's try this one. There we go.
Correct.
So 20-foot. Where's my? Let me see if there's a. I mean, I could do that and get everybody except for the the big thing up top, and Naruk.
And Nyx, I think.
No, I'd miss next.
Isn't that Nyx? Right? Oh,
But I'm not gonna do that. So Zwasos will, I guess, cast. Okay, no, I know what I'm doing. I'm sorry to hold everything up.
Nope. You're fine.
So
we're still recovering.
Zwasos will cast a fourth level spiritual weapon and attack the dog face thing. So where are you? Sorry, Nick. All my hotkeys have disappeared since we restarted.
Yeah, sorry.
So
I didn't think it would do that. I'm not sure why.
yay! I assume that hits.
That is a hit.
Sweet. And then I guess we'll just. I mean, I guess I'll just keep focusing on the one of them. So I need to go here.
No. I don't think floating trees is what to worry about.
Does that hit?
That's a hit.
I don't think.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Hit.
Boo.
No.
Ah!
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, blam,
Go.
it died.
And that's how it's done.
Kill the dog.
Oh, and
You killed the
He
dog.
killed the dog. Congrats.
You see-
Oh my gosh.
Zwasos will draw the wand of magic missiles with his item interaction.
Okay. And you see the dog poof in a cloud of pink smoke.
Oh,
Let me
God.
say that's how it's done. You kill the dog next to the like Empire State Building Kraken.
Hey, you know what I'm really regretting right now? Not buying the scroll of banishment.
Oh man.
Hey man, that's one action economy. That's one fewer thing to be attacking us.
I'm
That's
still
right.
looking.
One less target for the
Yeah.
Kraken. All right.
I got some tricks up my sleeve.
So this big doggy thing. I mean, okay.
It can't possibly be up.
Chris, do you want high or low?
You're right. I can take you on.
I'll take high.
High it is. All right. So the doggy goes to take a bite out of this big monster thing. 2 attacks, one with its bite, one with its hooves. All right. So you see it go to take a bite out of this thing.
Nice.
Fucking crit.
Fucking crit.
Nice.
That's what's up.
It knows what's the
That's
threat around here.
unfortunate.
Oh shit.
Oh come on, dude.
Why are we oceaning?
Resisted the damage.
All right.
Not magical.
Owl bear. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna go clockwise, starting with Twitchy. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. It is attacking this whatever thing it is, and it will hit.
I can't see any of the new rolls.
Nice, and it died. All right.
Sweet.
And then it's gonna attack this other weird thing here with its claws. Wow, look at me critting all over.
Yeah, it's gonna die. Woo.
All right.
Oh, never mind.
Take
Wait,
that.
did I miss
I think it's
something?
worth pointing out that including initiative rolls, that's the 5th 20 we've seen since we started.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I
Right.
can't see the new
Captain
rolls. I don't know.
Bane. And I apologize in advance, and I'll explain after your turn. But Captain Bane, you're up.
Sorry,
Okay.
Nick, I can't see any of the new rolls in that screen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, thank
There
you.
we go.
Wait, did I miss something? Why are the enemies attacking each other?
Because they're
It's an option.
Because they're random. They're just they have no idea. They're not like against you. They just appeared.
Okay.
So
So we're
I'm
gonna
randomly
go-
attacking whoever's within their attack space.
holy shit. It's only just wounded after 31.
Nice. What's that one?
That's the
Oh, that's
weird,
that weird looking
faceless
thing. Yeah.
thing. That might be undead.
So do I have to select all the targets I want with my chain now?
Yes, you do.
Okay. So we're gonna go.
Good God.
Right? I think so. You're doing chain.
Yeah.
I think so. As long as
Yeah,
they're within 30 feet of each other.
Yeah. Am I targeted on them? I can't ever tell.
If you float the cursor over your token, it'll show you who you're targeted on.
And also in the combat tracker, it tells you.
Yep. Yeah, you have the owl bear, the weird thing below you, the thing next to you, and the big guy.
Did you change my text?
Right. So hit him with the dex save.
Do you want to change that? Did you say no?
All right, 2 saves, 2 fails. Blast with lightning.
Good God.
And I'm gonna empower.
All right, so up to 5 or 6. Is it 6 now?
5.
Yeah, charisma modifier.
Oh yeah. So 6.
It's
This
6 now.
Kraken is resisting everything.
Okay. So 1,
Yep.
2.
My God.
Well, think about the stories behind the Kraken. It's a storm
So-
thing, so
Oh yeah. I know it's like a sea creature. That's all I know though.
I'm hoping it's slowly
Uh,
drowning on dry land,
I'm gonna get rid of the one.
or quickly rather.
The 2 2s and the 3 3s.
Yep.
There's a 1 in there too.
So that first. You can do 6. Those are
Those are
10s.
worse.
All right. So
But-
let's see. What are
Oh yeah,
those?
those are 10s. I meant to hit 8s.
Oh, okay. Yep. Well, that's good because those 3 1s aren't going to help you. All right. So what are?
So we're taking.
There we go.
All right. So the lowest 6 from the original one was what? We had a 1.
14.
It was 1 1, 2 2s, and 3 3s.
All right. And those are, so that 2, 4, 10, 14, 29. So an additional 15.
Yeah, or 7.
An additional 15 to that thing. Yeah, we're just going to do, okay, excellent. So what is this? What is that? Okay, that died. This guy. Which one's this? I can't see. I gotta clear those. I can't see what that is. Okay, that's the doggy. Where's the doggy?
I am super duper kicking myself for not psychic glancing the Kraken.
All right.
Too late.
All right. Very good. Any bonus actions or movement you would like to do?
We talked about it yesterday. What did I have to do the Eldritch Blast as a bonus?
A warlock.
That is it's an action, and you already cast a spell with your action. You could have quickened your spell to use the bonus action,
That's what it was.
but you have to call that before you do it.
In which case, nope, that's kind of all I can do.
All right. Ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action activate my blade song.
All right.
Do that. I am going to I can move through Nyx's space as difficult terrain, correct?
Correct.
Difficult terrain I am.
So that'll be 5, 10, 15 to get me there instead of 10.
Yep.
Is that right?
You'll take an attack of opportunity from the owlbear.
Yep.
Give it to me.
Awesome.
If he does attack, I'm using Sentinel as my reaction.
Actually, if ma'am sees go for that, she's gonna say save it and then gesture at the guy to his left, because I'm probably gonna take an opportunity attack from that one as well.
Oh, okay, then I'll save it. If that's being said to me, I'll save it.
Wait a minute. Why was that? Why was that a disadvantage? Oh, I hit it twice. That's why. Okay, so the first one was the 19.
I will shield.
Okay, all right.
Because using my reaction for that doesn't do anything for other spells, like as my action, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I think it's just a reaction, right?
Yeah. I think it's yeah. Okay. You want to put the shield effect on yourself though, so
Oh yes, thank you.
Keep the.
Because I did put Blade Song on myself. Shield, shield, shield. All right. So that is a miss. And then I will continue. So that was 15, 20, 25.
Okay. Oh, and you'll take a shot from the other thing.
Then that's what you wanted me to swing at, right? Okay.
From the little chick.
So I'll swing at this spider-looking thing.
Okay, hang on. Let it. Where Mr.
Let
Spider.
it attack first. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, well, that's weird, but it is what it is. Nope, it will not hit.
Cool, and I attack it with the cat sword.
All right.
You're
Right,
running,
I have
Nyx.
to do
I'm
that.
sorry.
I'm
I know
sorry.
you're running, Nyx. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. With the cat sword. Where are you? Cat sword. That's a hit. And it's dead.
Poison? Just to
Oh,
see?
yeah. Why not? Why not? No poison.
No poison.
No poison.
Too bad.
Oh, well. Okay. So 10, 15, 20, 25. All right. What else you doing, ma'am?
So I'm going to take an attack on this thing, which I'm flanking. This is just going to be a regular attack, no cantrip or anything.
Okay.
Nice.
There's a hit.
Do some damage.
Nice.
And I'm going to use Crusher Feet to move it 5 feet. Whenever I hit with and deal bludgeoning damage, can I move it diagonally, like up and to the right?
Sure.
Perfect. And then let's see, what do I want to do for my cantrip? I'm going to. Wow, I don't think I've ever cast this. What's the range? 60 feet. Yeah. I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire.
Nice.
On. Let's see. Yeah. Right in like, I don't know, one of the spaces of the big ugly guy that I'm targeting.
Okay. Do you have a preference of which?
The one to his bottom right, I guess.
Bottom right. The very bottom right?
Yep.
This one?
Oh no, sorry, that's on to the north. The wounded creature.
Oh, okay. Right here?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And I believe he has to make a save. Is that on his turn?
Yeah, save, right?
Yep.
He will fail.
Nice.
Miserably.
Do some fire damage.
All right.
And then I'm going to action surge.
Good choice.
And I am going to cast Wall of Force. So I can make basically I can make 10 foot. I have 10 foot panels that I can work with. Okay. Any creature whose space I move through is pushed to either side, I choose. So let me just count this out again. How do I draw?
There is on the map itself at the top. If you have the buttons, do you see all the buttons?
Yep.
It's the one that looks like a pen and ink, a quill with ink. Fourth from the left.
Oh, okay, great.
A drawing mode.
So we're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 60, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85. Oh, wait. That's 40. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's only 20. Each square is 5 feet.
Create bonfire is also concentration. So it
that's fine. Yeah, I was just trying to do a little damage over there.
Right.
Thank you for the reminder. So that's 20, 10, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, okay. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And I would have the Kraken be pushed inside.
Oh, how does that work if there's no space? If it does that, it would basically crush this thing.
I don't know. It does not specify, I don't think.
Okay. So for intents and purposes, it is inside the thing.
Okay. I'm just
move,
trying to get him. Yep. I'm just trying to contain.
Very good.
So the walls are only 10 feet high. They're quarter inch thick. Nothing can pass through them. Yada yada yada. Nothing can physically pass through them.
Right.
So yeah, that is my turn.
All right. Not bad. Not bad. All right. So it is now this thing's turn.
Oh, that is disturbing.
Oh, the arm, the hand.
That's some creepy ass fucking shit right there.
I did not realize that that's what that thing was. Oh, good lord.
Right. So it is it's not happy being
That's like a Silent Hill thing.
wished. So it's gonna try to make some room for itself. And it's gonna attack the big old fluffy bear.
Oh, owlbear.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I know. I'm from the owlbear monastery, so like seeing an owlbear die is like,
yeah.
oh.
That's tough.
So that makes makes this easier. I'm gonna move this token just because. So now we're all good. And then it's going to attack this thing.
It's like a Guillermo del Toro like creation. Oh.
All right. So it does that. Let's see. And then you both.
I'm sorry, did that say sorrowful embrace?
It sure did.
Oh.
It is gonna need.
Oh, what did we
both of
summon?
these guys to do a save. Ooh, both failures. Gonna take a little bit of damage. And yeah, that's good. It's not gonna move. It's got nowhere to go. All right. This thing doesn't know what the fuck's going on, but it's gonna smash some shit.
Okay.
It's gonna start with this guy.
I've been ruining this turn.
Is it like, since it's normally in water, is it like?
It's got move. Well, that's a. Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine on land.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, it's okay.
Okay.
Let's see. It's going to go ahead and attack this guy. That's gonna be
Oh, plus 17.
it's gonna be a hit. It's gonna kill it. All right, that's nice. Then it's gonna go for this other little fella. Right.
Guys.
Going
Yeah.
to do.
Guys.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh boy. Kapow! Oh, look at you partially resisting shit a little bit.
It.
And that's a hit.
It can hit on like a 3.
117.
All right, did a
Oh
little
my God.
damage. Let's.
It basically hits on anything other than a natural 1,
Yeah.
Yeah.
depending on AC, obviously, but still.
Depending on AC, yeah.
It would have hit me.
Monsters.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's fine. It's good. It's got something to focus its aggression on at the moment, so it's cool. Twitchy.
Twitchy.
It's Twitchy's turn.
Is this what you signed up for, Twitchy?
Yeah. What's this shit? I'm out.
I mean, that was tempting, honestly. Not a good first start though. So he's gonna. All right. I haven't really decided which one of these I was gonna go after. I guess.
Well,
probably
can
gonna
you
regret
get
this.
into the force
There's a wall
field?
of force there.
Yeah.
The wall of force
so
where?
That's the
that
black.
black line.
Black.
Oh, okay. So I guess I'll go over here. What'd I just do?
I canceled your previous move.
Thank you. And I'll attack this dude. Do I have him? Is that right? Did I get him? No, I pressed control. Is that not how I? How do
You're
I?
right. Yep. No, you're good. You got him.
Okay. Cool.
Kill the puppy dog.
Yes. All
Kill
right.
that weird hoofed thing.
Double click.
I can't fucking believe you guys summoned a fucking kraken. Toad. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Uh,
Okay.
there we go.
Ma'am wipes a tear from her eye, seeing Corpse Slayer.
I mean, I got 3 more attacks and no one to touch.
Do you have a javelin or anything?
I don't have a javelin.
Why? Well, you mean you should.
It's tall enough that like it's 20 feet tall, so like you can still target it if you want.
Oh yeah.
And you can throw something at it. You can't attack it through the
I was
wall.
gonna say,
'cause it's
I'm
too
not-
small.
I mean, as a fighter, you'd have javelins or a crossbow or something.
He doesn't do. He would not. No.
Oh,
He
okay,
doesn't.
never mind.
I can. Maybe I should consider that. But
You still have
I
a
mean,
light access that
you're
you
a
started
bunny
with before.
rabbit, so if you wanted to jump on Bane and then jump over the wall, that's fine.
Well,
I mean,
could she
then
just
you'll be
vertical
stuck
jump up to
in
10
there.
feet and then hop back and pop back down afterwards?
Can you physically climb something you can't see?
She doesn't have to climb anything. She's a herring gun. She can jump.
well, I mean, I can only jump 1d12 feet without. Well, that's the.
No.
Well, that's the
Addition, right?
bunny hop thing.
That's probably in
I mean,
addition to your normal jump, I would think.
Yeah.
No, it's if I move at least 5 feet, then I can roll a d12 and move that many feet in any direction I want without it counting against my my movement. Okay.
Yeah, but the rabbit hop is as a bonus action. You can jump a number of feet equal to 5 times your proficiency bonus without provoking opportunity attacks.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
so you can jump 20 feet
I
without
can-
provoking opportunity attacks as a bonus action. So you'll only be able to do it once.
Your high jump is 3 feet plus your strength modifier, I think.
So 25. Well, no, it says this ability says 5 times your proficiency bonus.
Is that
Right, but that's a bonus action. You can, that's a bonus
Oh.
action. There's a normal high jump.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, the normal high
But
jump. Yeah, I
3
would
plus-
say that, I mean, you can't do it 3 times, but yes, I would say that you could jump, hit it, and land.
all right? All right. So if I go back to where I was, and I still hit him from here, that's
Yeah, that's fine.
all right. All right. This is better.
Target him.
Hmm?
Don't get to target him.
Oh yeah. All right, and I guess I'll just. Ooh, that is
Nope,
actually a
That's
crit.
a crit.
Because I
That's a
crit
crit.
on 19s and
She's a
20s.
champion.
I'm a champion fighter.
Nice. Shit, I wish I had known that. I think I could.
I mean, just
Yeah,
you
sorry.
can she can just roll damage. You can add 8 to it.
Hang on. Don't roll yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
There's a thing you can do to automatically. Or some critical. Hold shift when you roll the damage, and it'll apply crit.
Okay.
Woo!
Yay!
Yeah.
I love
That's-
that's a like new personal best.
That's
'cause
like
it's the second thing I've hit.
3% of its hit point maximum.
Yay! I guess that's all I'm gonna do.
Well, I mean, he said you could do it. If you haven't used, so was that your bonus action? To do that jump, to make that?
I assume so. Yes.
So you still have enough movement left to just do a vertical leap and hit him again with your third attack.
Can I,
I
do that?
assume.
I thought Nick said I could do that once.
He said you couldn't do it 3 times because you would have that movement speed for that. Because vertical leaps use your movement speed, right?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Do one more.
So one. Okay. Cool. I'm not gonna argue with that. All right. In that case.
Boo.
Okay. Well, I mean, nobody liked that idea anyway.
I did. It's a great idea.
All right, is that it for you?
I guess that's it. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Nyx.
Oh.
All right. I gotta use-
Go.
Yeah, I'm gonna, so I need to be, I want, what's it called? Flanking. So if I get on the other side of, like the opposite side where Nuruk is, so like the opposite side of the force wall, like next to Captain.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Mm-hmm.
Meow.
All right. I guess I'm gonna pull the same shit the bunny just did.
Yep. You still have 20 movement left, so you could do that twice. You could jump twice.
Okay, sweet. Then yeah, so target the Kraken.
All right. Did I? Nope. There we go. Target the Kraken, and you have advantage.
Yep, and do my cat sword. Yes, yes.
All right. Jump. That is a hit.
Oh, let's see if there's any poison.
Poison. There's poison.
Yes. Let's see if it's resistant to poison.
Okay. It takes
Oh, it takes the poison damage. Awesome. All right, next hit.
Oops, that was supposed to be with advantage.
Oh, okay.
All
There we
right.
go.
That's a hit.
And let's see if there's more poison.
No
Nope.
poison
Okay.
that time.
All right. Is there anything? Oh, scroll down to my key points. This might just be a shot in the dark, but I'm gonna try a stunning strike on that last one. just to see.
Okay.
So you have to see if they save. Oh yeah, that's a save. Oh, oh! Holy shit!
okay.
Look at that con. Holy shit! Look at that con. Okay. All right. All right.
We can't hear you. Michael.
It's
Is that it for Nick?
14 for the save. Yeah, that's no. I strike it, and like the way, even though like I cut into it, the way that like my blade like vibrates, I'm like, oh, dong. Yeah, like there's even if there is a way to stun it, it was just like, oh. And then I just land as gracefully as I can.
All right. All right, we're back to Naruk.
Right.
I will say we're at 2:24. We're about 5 minutes from 2:30. And we're now at the top of the round. Do we want to call it here? Do we want to try to get through another round?
I mean, that depends on everybody.
Let me try this one thing. I'm going to try this one thing, and if it doesn't work, then
I'll ask this question: who has a hard stop at 2:30?
We do.
I mean, I have a hard stop at 3.
You need to be ready before 3.
Right. Okay, fine. I guess I do.
Okay.
I mean, we could wait till next week.
All right, and that gives you all 1 or 2 weeks, depending upon how if everyone makes it next week and decides they want. It gives you a couple weeks to decide what the fuck you want to do about this crack. Just fucking
yeah. Oh my god.
Real quick, just mechanically, if a creature's on the other side of the wall of force, does that mean the Kraken can't hit it with an opportunity attack?
You don't know.
Oh, we don't know.
You don't know.
I mean,
I was
running is
notice that people jumping in and out of its range did not seem to incur opportunity, or jumping in and out to attack it did not seem to incur opportunity attacks. Whether that was Nick not thinking of that, or it has a really large range, that remains to be
It
seen.
has a large range. I mean,
It's got a large range.
Yeah.
look at that thing. Damn.
well, I mean,
So, I mean,
we can all take the evade and just run away.
yeah, we could all just take disengage and run.
Disengage,
I
that's it.
have an idea. I've never done it before. I've never done polymorph before, but
Oh,
I want to try polymorphing it.
Yeah, but if that other creature hits the polymorph, and
It's just gonna
there's
turn
not
back.
and it's not enough hit points to buffer that out, it'll
Right.
turn
It
back.
depends on what you polymorph it into. You know,
Yeah.
if you polymorph it into a rat and it gets hit, it's gonna become a Kraken again.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
but
I was gonna,
is
I was gonna
there-
frog. So,
is there something that has lots of hit points that just can't do a lot of damage
A
that we could turn
turtle.
it into?
I mean,
A turtle.
there's a pretty well-known use of polymorph that people like to do. I mean, you guys are up against a Kraken, so you know I'll tell you. One of the things that people like to do is change things into a giant killer whale. While it has a good attack, it can't move. So once it's a whale, like even if it gets hit, it's not going to change back.
why does it have to be a big attack too? Like, what?
But it would, I imagine it would take damage being out of the water, like the way that a grung does.
It might.
I'm not sure what polymorphing is gonna do for us here, honestly.
And you're assuming that it doesn't, pass its save. Like that's
Right.
assuming that it
But I
doesn't.
mean, just as we're discussing strategy, like we're gonna have to deal with this thing.
Then what?
Yeah, we're
I-
gonna have to find a way to.
I'm missing something. I'm missing something here. Wait, so polymorph, like, if I turn it
Polymorph
into
is
a-
not permanent.
Correct.
But how not permanent? Like,
If you change it into a rat and the rat goes down to 0 hit points,
Yeah.
it reverts to its previous form.
Oh.
So maybe we could turn it into something small. So if maybe this is something we could talk about in later rounds. If the Kraken kills the other thing, then we could turn the Kraken into a rat and then take the rat to like the mouth of a volcano? Or
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it does
Assuming
polymorph
there's a
last.
volcano somewhere around that you can get to before polymorph wears off.
or
Yeah.
or something.
I know what you're
Or
saying. Yes, I'm
something.
just yes.
We do have a bag of holding.
We're gonna put it in the bag of holding.
Oh, so it's gonna burst in the bag of holding?
I mean, it would die in the bag of holding, wouldn't it?
Nah, it's too big to fit in the bag. Once the rat suffocated, it would turn back into a kraken, which would be too big
And
to
it would
fit in the
just
bag of
break the bag
holding,
of
which I
holding.
imagine would destroy the bag of holding.
Probably.
Yes.
And then all the stuff in the bag of holding would be lost in the astral realm.
So does the damage that we do to the new form translate into the old form as well?
Nope.
No.
Oh, I thought it did.
It's-
like wild shape.
Over.
It's very similar to wild shape.
Yeah. So if the rat has 1 hit point and you do 10 damage, its regular form would take 9 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
So what if I flew it up as high as I could without would still be able to breathe, and then like just stab the rat and let it go?
You're assuming that the Kraken can't fly.
The kraken can't fly.
How do you know?
How do you know?
I mean, first of all, it doesn't have wings,
And it could be magic.
and second of all, if it could fly, I imagine it would have flown over the wall.
It doesn't have has it had a turn yet?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hasn't
It's been
needed to. It's
focused
just
on
been
other
murking
things.
things.
I mean,
I said something very specific that might answer that
Yes.
question, and I'm not gonna. I won't but it has a
Nick
target for
specifically-
aggression
Yeah.
right now. So it's
It
happy
has
to
a what?
kill what's right in front of it.
Mm.
But it is a
It has
20. It's a gargantuan monster who's being held by a 10-foot wall right now.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be able to just crawl over the wall once that thing is gone.
Just gonna
Yeah.
step over the wall.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you, it can just step over that wall. But it's
At the
happy to just kill the thing right in front of it at the moment.
At the
Yeah,
risk
so
of
I was
metagaming-
essentially just trying to buy us time so
Mm.
that
Yeah.
we can focus on the Kraken as like a single, but yeah,
What's the CR on a kraken? 26.
Close.
it's up there.
But yeah, at the risk of metagaming, I'm pretty sure the first thing Nick said to us was that running is an option.
Yeah.
And if running weren't an option, I mean, if running meant that a Kraken would be permanently right here on the path on the way to whatever city we're at, I'm just saying, running is an option.
I know,
mean-
but I
I
don't
think-
want to leave
Why
a
it's okay.
Kraken here. I don't want to leave a Kraken here. Oh my god.
I feel guilty. I would feel so like
Mhm.
I would feel so
what
guilty
hell
too.
have I brought with these beans?
People watching from Neverwinter are like, I don't know what they're doing, but these guys are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Some of these
We-
monsters just beat
They
'em up.
saw, they saw us dig a
fan, baby.
hole in the ground, put water on it, pick up probably like a what looked like a fluorescent pebble in the distance, and then suddenly like 9 monsters.
I wanted to put like the whole.
Fly
If someone
over.
wanted to like plant the whole
Twin
thing,
regular.
someone to put like all 8 beans
Like me,
in
yeah.
there.
Do you want to? You can throw down the entire bag of beans.
Oh no, I'm saying someone wanted to earlier. I didn't know who it was, but I'm like,
No, I didn't want to do the whole bag of beans. I just wanted
Yeah.
to throw a bean, and then
So- Like for what it's worth, I listened to a D&D live podcast where they got a hold of a bag of beans, and so the dude just tossed it down, and they were at the top of a tower, and one of the beans caused a 50-foot pyramid to sprout out of the ground. So a 50-foot pyramid fell from the top of the tower onto a city.
oh my god!
That's hilarious.
Interesting. That's an interesting interpretation.
They
So
play
you have-
it
you
pretty
have to
fast and
plant
loose
and
with
water the beans for it to happen. So they took a little liberty with the bag with that.
What do you mean? What's not
pretty
supposed to
fast
happen?
and loose.
The bag
on
of beans
Dungeons and
says you
Daddies.
have to plant and water the bean for something to grow out of it.
No,
can't
they
just
threw the
drop
whole
it.
bag.
It doesn't matter. You have to plant and water it.
I thought there was an option to throw the whole bag.
There is, and it causes an explosion.
Oh, never mind.
So
Yeah,
throwing the
Dungeons
bag
and
might be a
Daddies
good
is not well known for strict interpretations of rules.
Yeah.
How big is an explosion? Maybe we should throw it at the Kraken.
Right.
There's a wall of force. Will it
Oh,
keep the
God.
explosion in?
It keeps nothing physical can get through. I don't know if the explosion would count as like a magical effect because like spells can get through the wall of force. Yes, Justin.
I am not sure if that came up. I was gonna ask Nick how that works.
Oh, you specifically said nothing physical can get through it, so that's why I assume that's why you said that.
I was just quoting the text.
Yeah.
So Nick,
Alright,
Nick, would you rule
well,
that
it's
a spell could be that a creature could be targeted with a spell through a wall of force?
I don't know. I'd have to look. I'm not gonna make that ruling right now. We've got time.
I feel like spells that just require sight you might be able to do, but spells that specifically like come from you would, I imagine, get stopped. That would just be my initial thought. Because there are spells that like can originate from a point, and you could originate it within the sphere, I would think.
Right. Yeah, so some spells just like happen at the point, and some spells like Magic Missile travel from you to the point.
Right.
I think is what you're saying. So those things might not pass through, whereas the effect that starts at a point could start.
So if I were to cast a fireball inside the wall, would everybody outside the wall get hit with the fireball?
You don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
It's also past 2:30. I know that someone has said that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
That was crazy.
That was.
Yeah, it was. All right, so I love you
Hey,
guys.
if we kill a Kraken, we might level up again.
Oh God, right?
You might.
or I might lose another one of my 8 lives that are left.
Right.
Oh my God. Nyx has already experienced death and is like facing it again.
We can level up. I thought you said we can.
No, we already leveled up. Killing a Kraken might level us up again.
4,300.
Oh, dude.
Might. All right. So I love you all.
Yes. On that note.